witness to the biggest scandal in American history, bar none. The attempted coup of the United States government. They conned you, they gamed you, and they lied to you over and over and over for 3 years. They destroyed lives, reputations, and families. And in the end, no one coordinated with Russia. No one. Not Donald Trump, not any Trump, not anyone on the campaign. After 2 years of prosecutors savagely striving to indict the president and everyone in his orbit, years of the mainstream media, the talking heads, the networks, cable and otherwise, the lying, liberal Hollywood hypocrites trying to convince you that he was an illegitimate president.
You just can't abuse it. Freedom, get moving. Never gonna stop till everybody moving on. Love for one another. Call it some friend and call it some brother.
Want to get it off your chest? Call the Dave Weinbaum Show. Except for ourselves, we don't suffer fools here. Want politics and fun sprinkled with a lot of laughs? You're in the right place. Heard in 50 states and 98 countries, now in its 11th year. The Dave Weinbaum Show is on the air. For the moment, forget the wall on the southern border. The walls of justice are increasingly closing on the perpetrators of the largest crime in United States history, the attempted coup of an election, and the current coup of a sitting president. All of these criminals were so sure Hillary had cheated so well that she would win easily. And just to make sure, the Obama administration, through its intel leaders, Dems in Congress, the co-conspirators in the media, which with 4 paragraphs from AG Barr about the Mueller report, exonerated Donald Trump and his campaign, and by doing so, started those walls closing in on the traitors who originated and still double down on sedition. Overnight, Mueller went from being a god. You couldn't touch him. You couldn't see what he was doing. You couldn't challenge his leaks. But now, to the Dems, he's Lucifer. They've thrown him under the bus. And in fear of their own survival, they are beginning to turn on each other. From a shockingly silent B. Hussein Obama, who had opinions on everything until recently, to Brennan, Clapper, Rice, Powers, McCabe, Comey, Page, and Strzok, Bruce and Nellie Orr, Nellie, the latter, Nellie, who helped author the Dirty Dossier. Her husband, 4th from the top in the DOJ. Yates, Lynch, Baker, and others. Their testimony to Congress and a by-the-book AG should send a message that President Trump has been saying this witch hunt must never happen to another president. So sit back, pop some popcorn, and watch how the Dems turn their accusations of Trump collusion and start pointing fingers at each other. Tell your children the story about how America was saved from becoming a third world country and proudly say, we have honored our veterans who died for our freedoms and passed this great legacy down to you and your children. We helped save America on our watch. What will you do in yours? Hi there, I'm Dave Weinbaum, your host for today. This is the Dave Weinbaum Show, in case you're lost. Hope you stay if you are lost. And I'm here with radio legend Stan Hines and my fiance, the lovely Lisa Strasser. Are you playing puzzles yet, or solitaire, or what are you doing, honey?
I'm looking at websites for the Oat Theater.
You're looking at websites for the Oat Theater?
Uh-huh.
Okay, I don't even want to go into that because I think I have my first caller. But welcome to the show as well. I don't know who this is, but thank you for being the first caller on the Dave Weinbaum Show, JJ. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Well, this is JJ and Rolla.
I'm shocked.
Facebook.
Wait a minute, I'm so surprised.
I saw a lovely picture of Lisa and Ronald standing with a clown.
All right, that's
Good
it for
one,
you.
JJ.
You're on.
All right.
You were on double secret probation. Now you're on real probation. What's up?
My goodness, am I gonna be on an FBI list?
What do you mean, gonna?
You and I are probably on the same list.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's how I found out.
Say, according to you, there's going to be some investigation going on the coup, and I completely agree with you. And I think that Barr is likely to go much the same way Mueller did. He's going to head off for the weakest links he can find in the conspiracy, folks, and flip them. And I'm just curious, what are your thoughts? How far is this thing going to go? How many cards are going to fall?
It's a great question, and I'm not sure how far it will go. I know how far it should go because, on the one hand, you've got high lawyers that are great lawyers, Ken Starr and Alan Dershowitz saying, well, we ought to stop here because then it goes tit for tat and all that stuff. Well, it's already gone that way, okay? And you can't have people thinking they can get away with overthrowing our government. You can't. That becomes the norm then. Every time we elect a new president, maybe the Republicans do this next time to the next president. So
well, yeah.
I think you have to make people accountable for this, and I think it ought to happen. Will he do it? My hopes have been dashed so much by what I've seen in terms of Benghazi is a good example. I thought, wow, this is an incredible scandal. And nothing really happened out of it. Of course, people understood in America, unless you're from Normal, Illinois or someplace like that, or Taylorville even, that these things don't, you don't understand how they don't follow through on these criminal activities. You can't have a two-tier justice system, JJ, in this country because people are going to say, well, it's one for them and one justice system for them, one for us. That's not a good long-term policy.
Well, it seems to me that the conspiracy, the sedition, the treason, call it whichever level you want, is years in the making here. And I think this goes all the way up to Barack Hussein. And
yeah,
people need to be held accountable for the treason that they have committed. There's a bunch of us folks here in the flyover country, and by the way, keep flying over. We really don't want the libs here. That think this should be pursued. And those that say this is going to damage our country, well, fellas, the country's already damaged. And what do you say we cut the cancer out, flush it down the toilet, and get some real patriots in?
I love the way you talk. Mm-hmm. Except I kind of want the liberals to drive through here and buy a cheeseburger on their way to liberal New York. So
I just assume that they stayed away. I'll be happy to mail them a cheeseburger just so they don't bother to come around here.
All right, I appreciate that. So are you wearing your tinfoil hat today?
I am not.
Okay.
It's safely stowed in the drawer. If you wear that thing too much, you get a little psychotic, and I just as soon not do that.
Well, you're seemingly normal today. I don't know what happened.
Well, Mom always prayed I'd be normal, but I don't know. I think she was disappointed. Actually, though, one other item
Yes.
that's been sticking in me, and that's the Jussie Smollett debacle.
Oh.
And this just continues to amaze me that the law could be violated in Chicago or anywhere in Illinois, for that matter, so obviously and so blatantly. And the news reports it as just it was ho-hum, it's business as usual. Give me a break, boys. That's another one of the two-tiered justices, and I want to know who pulled the strings for him.
Well, it looks like they're going to have some kind of an investigation. I don't know whether it's going to be FBI or other, but they still got Smollett still has a problem with the federal laws that were potentially broken when he allegedly sent himself a letter through the United States mail, making it federal, that contains some powder that would allude to some kind of anthrax or something, which is a potential fake terrorist attack.
Yeah.
So
Indeed,
there's
I
still
think
problems for them.
Chicago's new mayor has made noises like she is going to have this investigated, that there's something seriously wrong there.
I don't necessarily trust her.
I agree.
I don't necessarily trust her, but practically every leading police officer or chief or anything came out with a united statement yesterday that Kim Fox, the prosecutor, should resign immediately. And she's saying, well, I'm not going to do it, but that's pretty strong when you got your whole police force not believing in the prosecutor, and for good reason here. And I mean, the whole city of Chicago, I believe, if you actually rank this as a poll in Chicago, which is surprising, they would back the police in this case, maybe 80-90%.
Indeed, that prosecutor should be removed for cause.
Absolutely. I agree.
There's no reason to not do that.
I agree.
One last thing, Dave,
yes, sir.
and it's simply a comment. I've been looking at the list of Democratic hopefuls for the 2020 election.
Yeah, and who do you think?
Like I said, Lisa and Ronald were standing with a clown up there in Washington. These clowns are just amazing to me. None of these folks is qualified.
I don't see how insulting me twice during the same interview is helping the discord on our national problems. I just don't understand
David,
it.
It's tit for tat.
Yeah.
I love you.
I love you too, JJ. If you take the sexual connotation out of that, All right. JJ, thank you so much. A man who's been alive for 300 years. You take good care of yourself. Stop smoking.
All right.
Here we go.
Bye-bye.
All right, we're back on the Dave Weinbaum Show. That was that's our leadoff interview every week, and has been since I moved here about a year and 4 or 5 months ago. That's something. All right, we're going to be right back. Let me tell you who's going to be on the show, just in case you didn't know. We've got the rabbi coming up at 9:30. We've got Laura Loomer coming up. She should be really interesting. We have a good friend of mine and a fellow McDonald's owner-operator whose son, Rodney Davis, or should I say Congressman Rodney Davis, has been a star on the show. Well, he spent the night in the Trump living quarters in the White House. I wonder if he had a sleepover. We can find out and actually find out what the president said to him, if in fact he did meet with Marty and his lovely wife, Donna. We've got Deanna Lorraine, the love goddess, going to be on. Sure, she wants to comment a little bit on Joe Biden. And Dr. Amy, who I screwed up and didn't get on last week. So we got a great show coming up. Don't touch the dial. We're going to give away a MAGA hat and a $35 McDonald's gift card. So thank you for listening in, and don't touch the dial. This is the Dave Weinbaum Show. Call 573-364-4433. Get it off your chest.
Does your trip to the dentist office sound like this?
If so, it's time to come see the friendly staff at Forum Dental, where they make dentistry simple and fun. Forum Dental is committed to patient satisfaction and high-quality dental care. So come to Forum Dental, where they do it all, from teeth cleaning and whitening to bridges and crowns and so much more. At Forum Dental, they make every dental experience a pleasant one. Forum Dental, working together to be better. Visit our website at forumdental.com.
If you're in the food business and your walk-in cooler quits, do you think you can call just any heating and refrigeration guy to fix it? Think again. Time is money, and you don't want to have to wait while an air conditioner repairman tries to figure out what's wrong. At Cox Brothers, food equipment repair is who we are. We have the specialized training and know-how to protect your expensive and fragile inventory while we repair your broken equipment. When you need food service repairs, go right to the experts. Cox Brothers Food Equipment Repair in St. James. We'll keep the hot side hot and the cold side cold.
When it comes to title insurance, you have a choice. With over 37 years of combined experience in the title insurance industry, the staff at Premier Title Group is ready to help you with all your real estate transactions in Phelps, Crawford, Dent, Marys, Pulaski, and Texas counties. With unmatched customer service and one of the friendliest staffs in the area, you will find that at Premier Title Group, we truly live up to our motto, providing you with a premier experience during your real estate transaction. Tell your realtor and lender that you choose Premier Title Group. May God bless our troops and our emergency responders.
McDonald's presents the new Big Mac Bacon. But is the Big Mac lucky to have bacon, or is bacon lucky to land on the Big Mac?
The Big Mac is lucky. Applewood smoked bacon makes everything taste better. The Big Mac, Brussels sprouts, dry toast.
No. Bacon's lucky to be on the iconic Big Mac. It's fortunate to dip its toe in that delicious special sauce.
There you have it. Get McDonald's Big Mac with bacon, fresh beef quarter pounder with bacon and cheesy bacon fries. Is it the best thing to happen to our classics, or to bacon? Try for yourself and decide.
Only for a limited time at participating McDonald's. Fresh beef available at most restaurants in contiguous U.S. Not available in Alaska, Hawaii, and U.S. territories.
It's Chevy Truck Month at Fairground Auto Plaza in Rolla. Right now, get 0% financing for 72 months on all new 2019 Chevy Silverado All-Star LT Crew Cab for well-qualified buyers with GM financing. Come check out all of what Fairground Auto Plaza has to offer. Visit Fairground Auto Plaza at 100 Fairgrounds Road in Rolla for full details. Chevy, find new roads.
Sydney's in Rolla reminds you they're open each day, Tuesday through Saturday. If you're looking for something to do, stop in. They're open till 1:30 a.m. each night. Also, they have a menu of appetizers to choose from, like jalapeno poppers, steak bites with bacon, and more. Escape to Sydney's with over 100 whiskeys to choose from, or signature drinks, and over a dozen beers on tap. Sydney's, 707 North Pine, downtown Rolla, where friends meet.
Follow me at DaveWeinbaum.net, at The Dave Weinbaum on Twitter, and streaming live on the Dave Weinbaum Show Facebook page.
And when you think about a coup, you think of the military. But here, the effort to discredit this president was by law enforcement manipulation, the intelligence community, and the law enforcement community, the DOJ and the FBI. And the snake at the head, CIA Director John Brennan. Everything in my book, Liars, Leakers, and Liberals, was validated by the Mueller report. People scoff and laugh at the idea of a deep state, but you've watched it all, up close and personal. These swamp scum lie for a living, from clueless Clapper on down. It's the first time in American history people with unbridled power made the determination to overthrow a presidential candidate and then to plant the seeds for indictment and impeachment, to destroy the will of the American people who voted for change in America.
Now, I know I'm focused on this, but I'll tell you what, I'm going to remain focused on this because it's a big deal. This is going to determine whether this country totally goes socialist,
right,
or we continue to fight each other, but remain a capitalist society with a little bit of socialism here and there. All right, there's a little bit of socialism when you have welfare, food stamps, and by the way, food stamps are down to its lowest level in 49 years, so this president's doing a great job, and the Dems cannot handle this. the Dems are not focused on anything but getting rid of this guy, because other than that, what do they have? The Green New Deal? I mean, they don't have anything. They're clueless. All right, so we're back in the show. Call the show, by the way. We're giving away a MAGA hat, which I'm wearing right now. Stan is not. I don't know why.
Yeah, darn.
But they'll call the show, 573-364-4433, and get it off your chest. In about 9 minutes, we're going to hear from the rabbi. I got a lot of live interviews this week. 4 out of my 5 interviews are live. One's a carryover. That's Dr. Amy, whose husband, spoke for so long he squeezed his wife out. I don't know if that was intentional or not. I suspect that it might have been. So you're out there in Boca Raton listening. Give a shout out to Elad and tell him to pipe down a little bit. Come on. So they're going to be live interviews. That means anything goes. We can't correct anything. It's live radio. And they'll be calling me from California, from New York, from Florida. So, and one from Efrat, Israel. How about that? Nobody locally wants to talk to me, apparently. I don't know why. Stan, is there a reason for that?
I don't know.
Is that a reputation kind of thing?
No.
I'm fairly civil. I want to give a shout out to the Joe Dalton and Jane Dalton Pregnancy Resource Center. It was a really great banquet last Thursday, honey? Last Thursday, right?
Yep.
And that's why I couldn't promote the show Thursday night very much, but because I'm on the board, I'm actually the vice president of that, and it was very successful. A lot of people came out. We raised a record amount of money. Great speaker. I got to get Melissa Oden back on the show, and maybe a new one, Claire Caldwell, yeah. These gals helped raise a lot of money to help us stem the flow of abortions and get rid of it as much as we can. And I think it's swinging our way, quite frankly.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then you've got this movie out there called Unplanned. Now, these kinds of movies don't particularly do well, and you don't get a lot of cooperation from the media. For example, 2 examples. The Motion Picture Advisory Board made it an R movie. There's no way this should be an R movie, so that restricts some people from seeing it. And Twitter dropped their site, their account on Unplanned for some mysterious reason that they still don't know. It said something about it's against their culture or something like that. I guess their culture is one of death and infanticide.
Yeah.
So, but that's Twitter. What are you going to do? But they got it back up, and the movie is kicking butt. It was scheduled to be gone from Rolla as of I think it was yesterday or the day before, and they extended it a week. We're talking about this is the kind of movie that maybe makes $1 million total in all its time out there. Well, it's made $6 million, I believe, in the first weekend.
It did, yeah.
And it was packed.
Yeah.
All right? So isn't that interesting? So thank you so much for that. All right. So we've got Chicago had elections, and mostly they elected a socialist city council. That is now officially Chicago, a third world country. I do not like going back to Chicago. I grew up there, and I went back there about 2012, and I particularly wanted to ride, the trains and the buses just to see what people were like. And my God, were they miserable. Maybe it's just because I live in a small town. Maybe they were always miserable. I suspect somewhat that they were until Michael Jordan came to town and won all those championships, and all of a sudden cab drivers were nice and people were smiling at each other. I think that's the power of sports, by the way.
Yeah.
And so, but I went back there and just dour faces, just people they looked like, it was like watching a CNN victory parade. It's all scowling and nasty, and oh man,
I remember when I went over on the troop train to East Berlin, and that's the demeanor on the faces of the people walking there.
You took a troop train from Chicago to East Berlin?
No, from Germany. In Germany. From Berlin, we went to Czechoslovakia.
Yeah.
But when we got behind the Iron Curtain and saw people, they kind of had this hanging down look.
Exactly.
They couldn't leave.
And what is that? That's socialism. That's communism. That's what people look like.
Exactly.
When look at Venezuela.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what happens. And here we go. I mean, the Democrats have now decided. See, here's the deal. They all know it's rotten. They all know it doesn't work, especially these old senators out there who are kissing AOC's butt. They all know it doesn't work. But it's a way to get power. Mm-hmm. It's a way to take people who are brainwashed, which is our children, which is why they want a 16-year-old voting age. Yeah. And they're serious about this. 16 years old. Okay? They want them to be able to, because they know it's socialism. They want to get open borders, They don't care what happens to the average citizen. They just know that this will give them power. And this will give them power centered at the top. And once it gets centered at the top, and I've seen this in business, quite frankly, once it gets centered at the top, it never goes away and they squeeze you every which way. They can do whatever they want. The elections become a sham, like ours almost has become. Mm-hmm. So, you don't want that. We have to fight this. We have to fight this now, and the odds are not all that good, quite frankly. Right. Remember when $15 an hour was like a crank thing? It was like a ridiculous number to throw out there.
Right.
I mean, it still is a ridiculous number. And, it's now enacted in various states. I know Missouri, I don't know what we're going to eventually, but it's, incrementally tough because, you have to adjust everything. You have to raise your prices. Well, in New York City now, they got $15 an hour, and, guess what happened to the establishment where Cortez was working as a bartender?
They closed it down.
It closed it down, and they said it was because of the $15 minimum wage increase. And businesses all over that city now are sucking wind. I can guarantee you that. For me, it went up a little increment, and I suffered some.
Sure.
And is it helping? Who does it help? Who does it help to lose the jobs? And then they go on welfare. And the government says, "Look what we've done for you. We want your vote." That's been the mantra of why blacks are voting Democrat or have voted Democrat. Is they say, "Look, this country is terrible for you. If they don't give you reparations, or you won't be able to get a job, you won't be able to live the American dream," is what they're telling them. So vote us in. We'll make sure you get welfare, and we make sure you get food stamps. You don't have to go to work. You see, that's so evil in my mind.
By the change in the numbers of people employed, I'd say they pretty well told them to shove it, because they decided to get jobs and they decided to get off food stamps, and I am so proud of that.
That's why Donald Trump has to be considered to be one of the best presidents ever. He has shown people the way to the American dream and said that stuff you heard from Democrats for 70, 80 years, it's a lie.
Yep.
They don't care about you. They don't care about you. It's a lie. We can get you. We can get you those jobs. All right, the rabbi's coming up in about a minute. Stan's poised here to start the song, and I say, hit it, Stan.
Yeah, 1 second, Dave. You were talking to another rabbi? Sounds like you're cheating on me.
No, actually, I'm cheating with you on him because he was the first rabbi. Listen to this. I got rabbis fighting over me. This is kind of weird. All right, we're back. Rabbi has not called yet. He tried to time this. Well, guess what? Hello. Hi there, or shall I say shalom?
There, you got it right this week.
I got it right this week. Okay, well, you were early last week, and now you're right on time. So I tried to time the song. All right, for just a couple of moments. I know this is difficult for you. Can you be quiet just for a couple of moments while I introduce you?
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, this man travels the world uniting Christians and Jews. He's the second most powerful person in Israel and his own home, according to his wife, Jeanine. Future rabbi to the Trump Third Temple Hotel, Casino, Golf Course and Spa, and the rabbi to the Dave Weinbaum Show, Rabbi Moshe Rothschild. Oh, yeah. They're a little noisier. We got a livelier crowd this week. Yeah, they're up from Tulsa, I guess. They like it in Tulsa. You play very well in Tulsa. You're an Oklahoma guy. Oklahoma rabbi right there. All right, enough already. Yep. All right, okay. So, Rabbi, 2 years ago, I stood up at a meeting in Washington, D.C., in front of McDonald's management and a bunch of other operators and said McDonald's drive-thru service needed to get better. And management seemingly has answered by doing what? They bought an Israeli company, Dynamic Yield Limited, for $300 million.
Yeah.
So how's that for return on your investment in calling this show, huh? I know I'm patting myself on the back, but I do suspect that I started the ball rolling on this. All right?
Oh, it could be. Are they going to give you a cut?
Give me a what?
A cut of the $300 million.
A cut? They're not going to give me a cut. I'm lucky I still have. I'm lucky I'm still in the business because I say things like that and they don't like it when they first hear it. Anyways, this Hasidic rabbi, Portugal. That's his name, by the way. He's not from the country. 100,000 show up. Hasidic people show up in Brooklyn. He's a Holocaust survivor. And he hated the internet so much, he banned smartphone owners from touching his coffin. Tell me about this guy.
That's right. Well, it's not even just him. There's a whole movement here, in Israel and in the United States among what we call the ultra-Orthodox. And they believe that the internet, even though it has definitely value, but there's a lot of risk and a lot of danger. There's so much access to pornography and things that kids can really affect not only kids but adults and in a very negative way. And so they won't use smartphones. They use what are called dumb phones. You can only make calls. There's no access to the internet. So this community was one of such communities, and so I guess even in his death, he wanted to sort of teach them a lesson of the dangers of the smartphone. And it's not as radical as it sounds. It is a little radical to say no one has a smartphone can touch his grave. Okay, that sounds a little crazy, but I think we can all agree that there are very significant risks and dangers of a smartphone or of the computer. And one has to take precautions. Like here in our house, we have filters, so the kids don't accidentally come across things they shouldn't be looking at.
Now you use your smartphone all the time, and you're on the internet all the time. Does this? So you're not Hasidic, is that right?
No, I'm an Orthodox Jew. But,
okay. What's the difference?
But like I said, the difference is basically they're very, very rigid in how they dress. And very rigid in Jewish ritual law and going really to extremes. Those are the major.
But do you get along with them?
My kids.
Do you get along with them?
Yeah, I do get along with them. We have far more in common than we have differences. So yeah, definitely get along with them.
On another subject, is Israel thinking of retaking Gaza?
Well, let's just say our prime minister has said that he hasn't ruled it out. But, the week started off with a tremendous amount of tension. There was discussion among the Hamas. It's been, I think, a year since they started these Friday demonstrations against Israel. They announced they're trying to get 1 million Palestinians to come to the Israeli border. And so Israel sent, I mentioned last week, you get a big build-up there, and it was in response to this. So Netanyahu has said, he hasn't ruled it out if that's the only thing that's going to quiet it down there and retaking Gaza. So, that was definitely a possibility. However, on the other note, this week Israel expanded the fishing zone that the Palestinians have off of Gaza from 12 to 15 nautical miles. So, on the one hand, we're loosening restrictions.
So, are they happy with this now? Gaza? They're never going to be happy, are they?
I don't know if that's... Yeah. We're not. Look, I don't think we're ever going to a point where they love us and are happy with us. But if we can live with them at our borders without them firing rockets and killing us, I think that would be a great success.
Well, here's the Trump-Israeli peace plan, and it's fairly intricate and involves paying a lot of money to Jordan and Egypt, maybe even Lebanon, to absorb about 1.3 million to 1.8 million Palestinians as their citizens. Do you know anything about this? Will it work? Will Palestinians want to leave Israel's freedoms for Sharia law?
Well, polls have shown that a large majority of Palestinians would be very happy to go elsewhere. Now, you said Sharia law. That's not all Arab countries are under Sharia law.
Right.
So, I guess it's going to depend. Are we talking about the United Arab Emirates? Are we talking about Saudi Arabia, Iran, Iraq? It's just going to depend on.
Well, Israel is leasing some land from Jordan, and here's Saudi's end. Israel will take over this land in Jordan, and the Saudi Arabians are going to give Jordan some of their land to replace it.
Look, honestly, I don't think it's going to happen because I don't think the Palestinians are even going to come to the table.
Right.
There won't be anybody to talk to. They're so angry at Trump and the United States for what they did moving the embassy, and they're feeling that the U.S. is biased towards Israel, that they're not even going to enter into a negotiation, no matter how reasonable or logical the Trump plan may be. It's just not going to happen because they're not even going to step up.
Now, the Jerusalem Post has the elections fairly even right now. What's your prediction as Gantz hopes Trump and Putin are not working for Netanyahu? I never heard that one before.
Okay.
What's he talking about?
Well, first of all, okay, they're even as far as the Likud, which is the biggest right-wing party, and another party called the Blue and White, which is more of a left-wing party. So they're like dead even. But where they're not even is that our parliament requires 120 seats. Right now, the polls have the right-wing parties getting 66 seats, 29 of them or so belonging to the Likud, Netanyahu's party, but a total of 66 seats to 54 on the left. So that means that the left-wing parties, it will be impossible for them to form a government. You need to have at least 61 seats. So when they say it's a dead heat, and it's even, that's true between the Likud and the left-wing Blue and White parties. However, in the end, that's not what really matters. What really matters is which party can form a government. And right now, it will be impossible. There's no road to left-wing parties forming a government. So my prediction is that Netanyahu, I think the Likud is going to win in the end, but for sure we're going to have a right-wing government. Whether Likud wins or not, I don't know, but the right-wing government will be with Netanyahu at the head.
Other than where you are right this second, and on DaveWeinbaum.net, where can people find you?
They can reach me at Rabbi Moshe at IsraelAlliance.org, or they can go to my website, IsraelAlliance.org. However, I'd like to just add one more thing before we wrap it up. I can have another second. Israel this week got a missing soldier returned. He was missing since 1982, 37 years, Zachary Baumel. And the Russians found him buried by the Yarmouk refugee camp in Syria. Body was returned. and given a full military burial last night at 7 p.m. It was a huge thing. For 37 years, they've been praying for him, trying to find him, and now we got him back. Of course, the left-wing parties are now saying it's a Netanyahu plan just to beat and to boost his numbers, but it was a massive thing here in Israel. Thousands and thousands of people came to the funeral, and this is someone people have been praying for and wondering what happened to him. Unfortunately, his father had passed away about 7 years ago, but his mother, still alive in her 80s, got to have some sort of comfort seeing her son given a proper burial here in Israel.
Well, it's good and bad news, I guess you could say. Rabbi,
it's bittersweet, but at least yeah.
Hey, Rabbi, my father tried to punish me when I was younger, but I was always out of whack. Ladies and gentlemen, Rabbi Moshe Rothschild calling all the way from Efrat, Israel. Thank you so much, Rabbi. Hi to Yonit and the kids.
All right, guys.
Shabbat shalom. All right, you too. Bye. All right, we're back on the Dave Weinbaum Show, and always a pleasure to talk to the Rabbi and get really top news. They don't get this news on Fox. I get news that Fox and MSN don't even know are happening. But I have these sources in there, and it's not like I went out to Israel intentionally to do this. It just fell on my lap, so to speak. That's why I think this show, there's something special about it. And it's not so much me. I think somebody up there is maneuvering this show to be a mouthpiece for the news that I hate to even mention it, but I've had other people say it, that it seems like this show is God driven. All right.
Yeah.
And I pray to God that I hope I'm sending the right messages out, because I'm a sinner, and I'm a blasphemer sometimes, and do all the dumb stuff. Get married 3 times and now 4, but I think this one will work. I really. Oh, is she here? She's sitting right there, isn't she?
Do you feel the glare?
Oh, yes, I felt the heat. Honey. All right, we're going to be right back. You got anything lined up, Stan? Like
commercials?
All right, well, we got other stuff, Why don't you line up, the Lisa thing? You got that? All right, forget it. Just forget about it. Yeah. What do you got? Sicilian message? These folks are clamoring for that stuff. I can hear them out there. What's he talking about? I don't want no Sicilian message. What's he, an idiot? All right. What do you got?
I got the proposal.
Okay. All right. Here comes a very, very exciting moment in Lisa's life. I'm sort of kneeling.
Don't hurt yourself.
Lisa Strasser?
Yes, dear.
Will you marry me?
Are you serious?
Yes.
Oh, my God. Yes.
Oh,
David.
my God.
Yes, David.
I had to peek my head in the door for this.
All right, you heard it, America. You're all witness to this madness.
Oh my God!
Oh my gosh!
You weren't expecting that, were you?
Good job. Good job.
Oh, honey.
All right, listen to me. It'll get fixed. All right. I really did not have time. Come here. Don't pull up. Aw. Anybody can put up with me for 5 years. Actually, and before that, when she used to work for me when she was a teenager, deserves that, and I love you, and I hope we spend the rest of our lives together happily. All right? Oh, she's wow.
I'm speechless.
I know.
Thank you. I know you're happy about that.
Found a way, to get her speechless. All right. But that's not going to happen every day. So, all right, enough of that. Jesse, you got pictures? Hold on.
Give him a big hand.
All right, yeah.
There you go.
All on KKID 92.9. We set history here. History. So as long as I'm on the radio, and I would want a little bit of a break from all the ordering and pushing around I get, that's good for a couple of weeks of niceness, No, stay seated. No, don't need to get up. No, don't act like you're going to come over here, because I'm standing already, and even with the bad legs, I can probably outmaneuver you. I don't want to try it, though. All right, we're going to be right back. Call the show, 573-364-4433, and get it off your chest.
The Akar Real Estate sign in the yard is your first step to sold. Whether buying or selling, put the best team of realtors to work for you. Akar Real Estate is the top-selling real estate agency in 4 counties. They work diligently to make your real estate transactions happen. Independently owned and operated for over 12 years by Delek Akar, broker-owner. When you want results that move you, call the professionals at Akar Real Estate at 368-SELL. That's Akar Real Estate at 368-7355.
Sales results obtained from Maris Incorporated.
Welcome to the greatest rock and roll show on earth. Tonight's feature is Melrose Asphalt and Quarry, featuring their greatest hits, guaranteed low prices, guaranteed work, and their R1 hit, locally owned and operated. So call and get your tickets to the greatest rock and roll show on earth. Melrose Asphalt and Quarry, 364-9101. That's 364-9101. Melrose Asphalt is a local business and non-natural rock band.
Reality check number 31. New cars can go from 0 to 60 in 6 seconds. Why can't new car loans move like that? At Town & Country Bank, we have a solution for that. We may look like typical bankers, but when it comes to car loans, we're downright speed demons. We approve loans in record time, so you can get that new baby on the road ASAP. And by the way, you really do look good in that new ride. Town & Country Bank. Smart, friendly solutions. Member FDIC.
Every business needs just the right sign to get people into your business. Missouri Neon Outdoor is here to help. Missouri Neon Outdoor has been family-owned and serving the Ozarks for 80 years. Outdoor advertising remains one of the most cost-effective ways for businesses to build awareness and drive customers to their door. And they offer billboard coverage in over 25 counties in southwest Missouri. Missouri Neon Outdoor has an expert creative staff that can design a great look for you. Call today for available locations in your area. 1-800-788-1778.
When it comes to investing, here's something to think about. First, are you satisfied with results? Has your advisor taken the time to learn your investment objectives and devised a plan for achieving them? If you answered no to any of those questions, it's time to call St. Louis money manager Lindbergh Capital Management at 314-416-0055. You'll quickly see the difference. They take the time to get to know you, learn your goals, and what's appropriate for you. Call Lindbergh Capital Management today at 314-416-0055.
Come see the professionals at Brown Vet Clinic of Rolla, where they promise to place your pet's health and wellness above all considerations. They communicate openly with you about the individual preventative needs of your pet and help protect them from common infectious and contagious diseases while using the best available methods, no matter how big or small the animal. The staff is there to help you 24/7 and will get you an appointment as quickly as possible. Give Brown Vet Clinic a call today for all your animal needs. 364-1919.
It's been 35 years since Muffler Mart has opened their doors, and now you can come visit them at their new location on Highway 63 South, just across from Phelps County Fairgrounds in Rolla. Marty, Keith, and Carl combined have over 120 years of auto experience. Woo! Their name says Muffler Mart, but they do it all. So the next time you need work on your vehicle, head to the new location of Muffler Mart on Highway 63 South, just across from Phelps County Fairgrounds in Rolla. For appointments, call 364-5434. That's 364-5434.
Follow me at DaveWeinbaum.net, at The Dave Weinbaum on Twitter, and streaming live on the Dave Weinbaum Show Facebook page.
About this collusion thing.
The special counsel completed its report and found no collusion. There was no collusion. The collusion delusion is over.
Collusion delusion. That sounds like a David Blaine show. Welcome to the Collusion Delusion. Anyway, it's big news, worthy of a big rally, especially since most of the media were betting on the opposite. No one has been this wrong since God made tonsils. I remember like it was yesterday.
I looked up the definition of treason as soon as people started saying this was treason, and indeed it is.
They were conspiring with Russians. Not colluding. Let's just not use the word colluding. They were conspiring.
Michael Flynn promised full cooperation to the Mueller team and is prepared to testify that as a candidate, Donald Trump directed him to make contact with the Russians. Yeah!
Woo! Yay! Woo! Am I on, Stan?
Yeah, you're on.
Okay, yay!
You're on something.
He's colluding with the Russians. Shh. Family secret. Yeah, I'm on cough drops is what I'm on. You know, had this cold for at least a month now. All right, what are you gonna do? You know. Anyways, we got Laura Loomer coming up in about 10 minutes, so you want to pay attention to her. And I was in Washington from Sunday until Wednesday. Actually, the thing went through. People mostly left on Thursday, but I needed to get back here and do some show prep. So, but it was pretty interesting. It was a two-pronged meeting. The first meeting of which I didn't know was there, and I got a call from my good friend who's going to come on the show, Marty Davis, an owner-operator from Illinois. And he says, are you going to the meeting tonight? And I said, what do you mean tonight? It's tomorrow. And he says, no, there's another meeting. So I went to that, and I went to the one in the morning of that, and then melded right into the other meeting, which is the political meeting, the McDonald's Operators PAC. And that was interesting because we had people like Mick Mulvaney, Karl Rove, who remembered me from last year, Kevin McCarthy, and Donna Brazil. So it was kind of interesting. Like we discussed with the rabbi, Steve Easterbrook finally, that's a head guy at McDonald's, CEO, finally responded to my plea from 2 years ago to improve our drive-through service by what? By buying an Israeli company. How cool is that? Hi there, welcome to the Dave Weinbaum Show. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
This is Lee from Richmond.
Yeah, I know you're Coverly. By the way, Pam's hat is on the way. I had a misconnection in my office. I thought I had told somebody to bring the hats in because I was out of town. And they mailed it yesterday, so in case you think I'm cheating you. And by the way, did you see did we get that on Facebook, the picture of the wine? I'm not sure it was on.
You took it last night.
I know, I didn't. I thought I put it on Facebook, but I'm not sure now. By the way, that same bottle of wine, we got an almost duplicate bottle of wine from the rabbi as a gift a couple years ago.
Oh, okay.
So it's good stuff. We had one of it yesterday.
I've been getting a lot of compliments on the hat.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I've been wearing around it. You get a lot of compliments on it. So.
Yeah, just watch your back. Yeah.
I want to say to the people that put on the banquet at the Pregnancy Resource Center, I thought that was a great dinner that was served, and the banquet was really a nice layout, and the people that sponsored all that did a great job.
Nothing about the person that sat at your table?
Well, I don't know who all, you know.
Wait a minute.
He didn't know either.
Well, I didn't know you either. I didn't know who the hell you were. How many aliases do you have?
I'm running from the IRS.
I know you're running from somebody. I can tell that. I had no idea who you were. Somebody says, "Well, one of your listeners wants to sit at your table." I said, "Great." And then you introduce yourself and your wife. They seem like nice people, but I don't know who the hell you are.
I kept telling you.
Meanwhile, you've been calling my show forever.
Yeah, I got to get the phone back to the jailer. He's coming back by in a minute. He picks it up and let me use it from his
Yeah, it's okay. Well, so you do have a cell phone then, right?
Yeah. The cell phone. Yeah. Hey, Coney wants more time for staying out of jail, so he's got more evidence and stuff he's supposed to be able to present. But he needed more time originally for medical reasons. And if he's needing more time for medical reasons, he ain't going to have time to spend time doing all this presenting more evidence.
You're looking at a desperate man. And, his time has come and gone, I think. I mean, he had all this opportunity to do all of this. He did as much damage as he could, and there's still no collusion. And he said there's no collusion. He said it in his last testimony. I mean, is he to be believed that now he's lying and all of a sudden there is collusion or conspiracy, which is the actual crime, which nobody accused Donald of doing, by the way. So I think the guy's just lost it. We're talking about Michael Cohen, the ex-lawyer/fixer for Donald Trump, who turned on him. So,
yeah, I don't know if you heard that where he's.
Yeah, I did.
Okay, yeah. Hey, up in New York, they're wanting to get rid of one-use plastic bags, and I was just kind of wondering if Bloomberg plastic dependable bloomers, are they going to be reversible so they can be used again, or what's the deal on that?
I don't know.
Can't depend on that.
I just know that. I just know. Do you know why Nancy Pelosi flies free on Southwest Airlines?
No.
Yeah, because their policy is old bags fly free. In case you didn't hear that, old bags fly free. That's wrong. I'm sorry. I apologize to all the. Are you insulted, honey?
No,
you shouldn't be.
I'm just thinking that doesn't even apply to all airlines.
Okay, so what? I gave Southwest Airlines a plug. I don't know why I did it. What else you got for me, my man?
On your coming up marriage there.
Thank you.
I'll go ahead and hang up so somebody with something more educational.
No. Don't sell yourself short. That's what wives do for you.
No, I'm not as short as you.
Oh, no. See, why do we go there? What?
He looks taller on radio.
At least you left off the ball jokes.
Yeah, Well,
no. Uh-oh, this is not good. He's speechless.
I told you what when I seen how young Lisa looked, that's why I told you. I said, looked like you didn't rob the cradle.
I know you did say that. Yeah, I get a lot of people say that, So I guess that's a good thing for Lisa, not me. It makes me look like some kind of a pedophile or something.
Oh, come on!
Oh, boy.
Ew!
Hi, little girl. You want to
stop it?
Wait. Here was my.
You just said this is a family show. Stop it.
Here was my pickup line for Lisa when I met her at the bar at Colton's. I says, "Hey, you want to come outside and meet my dog?" Am I right?
I
had my dog in there in the car.
The first one.
I mean, it was September and it was like it wasn't about 65 degrees out, so don't want the animal people calling me either. So, all right, thank you so much, my friend. Whatever the hell your name is, Lee or whatever. I appreciate it. Look for the hat. Then you can go out as a couple.
I think it's Lee.
Hi to Pam. All right. Lee.
Work today, so
all right, thanks, buddy.
Bringing home the swine.
Thank you. That's a great thing to say to a Jew. All right, get off my phone. Have a great weekend. Thanks so much. Okay, well, in about 2 minutes, I hope we've got Laura the Illuminator, but we shall see. I sent her the 13-minute warning. I think I need to get a response. I have to get it through to them to get a response. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's gotten to the point to where, some people, I had to write them all a letter because I can't have them on every week together. My maximum is 5 interviews. That's self-imposed, I realize, but it gives the right balance to the show, to the sponsors, to Stan's occasional outbursts, and even Lisa's, criminally active harassing of me. So,
Hey.
I mean, what?
That's not right.
I'm just telling a story here, okay? Don't get excited.
Try to keep your facts straight.
Well, I thought I had, but, hey.
Just the facts.
But here we go with, we're going to have Laura Loomer, I hope, and we're going to play her song right now and see if we can time this correctly. Hit it.
KKID, Salem, Rolla. All right, we're back on the Dave Weinbaum Show. It's 10 o'clock exactly
So we'll see if Laura is calling within the next minute or so, but we're just going to roll right on here. And, that's why I like to do taped interviews, because the timing is not always there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And right now it's 10 o'clock, so anytime within the next, 60 seconds or so, she's fine.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I did this Washington trip. That was a lot of fun. We toured the Black Museum. That was very interesting. And at the Black Museum was Ronald McDonald. We took some pictures with Ronald McDonald. You may see him coming back someday. I hope so. Because I thought Ronald was really good for the brand. Okay. And little kids could were the second biggest figure to kids all around the world. And why would you want to lose that? I don't know. Anyways, you got a Chinese woman trying to cut the president's communications at Mar-a-Lago? Nobody's answering. Oh, my God. Laura Loomer. She's nuts. She's calling the wrong number. All right, hold on. All right, talk about something, you two. I have to say, now I have to tweet her a message. See, this is why I don't do this. This is why I don't like to do it. So what else is new, Stan? Talk about your knees. Tell people what happened to your knees.
Oh, I fell
in my
house.
Is that going to be boring? But it's, it is what it is. Stan needs to...
Oh, it hurts,
I
believe
knew
me.
she'd screw this up, or I would screw it up.
And I have titanium knees anyway, so when you kind of land on your knees, it tends to hurt.
Anybody else got titanium knees out there? Call the show.
I think they were working on me to become the $6 million man, but, they couldn't find any other parts that were any good. Any of my parts that were any good, probably.
I think she got the wrong number somewhere. Did I put the wrong number in? Nope. Well, I made a mistake with one of them. There it is, right there, I bet you. Hi there. Welcome to the Dave Weinbaum Show. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hi, Dave. How's it going? It's Laura.
I'm good. How come? What was the problem with the phone number?
It just, no one was answering.
You know what? I bet you. You see, I made a mistake on it yesterday, or whenever I did this, and I put 4434, and then right underneath it, I put 4433, which is the correct number.
Yeah.
So I bet you called the 4434 number, right?
Sorry about that.
Okay, this is not a big deal, and I'm sure nobody wants to hear this, so I'm sorry I brought it up. Anyways, welcome to the show. Let me introduce you properly. Conservative investigative reporter. Libs run the other way when they see her. The most effective reporter in the world, and the lowest lane to the Dave Weinbaum Show, Laura the Luminator Loomer. There you go.
Thanks for having me.
Well, it's great to have you with us, and those are the people, some of your fans, because you've got thousands and thousands of fans all over the place. No, man. Wow. All right, sit down already. Okay, let me get on with the interview here. With the world reeking with anti-Semitism of Rashid and Ilhan, the exonerated president, and the continual blatant bias of Twitter, the SPLC, and the fake media, I feel a certain momentum shift in Trump's and your beliefs. Am I wrong?
No, I think you're right.
I think there's I smell support of you guys. And not that you smell or anything, but I just feel it in my bones. And sometimes, I've been through life, and I've been through very, very bad situations like you've been through. And sometimes you just got to, you do your stuff, and you don't overdo it for a while, and you just wait until the momentum changes from the other side, and then you attack. That's always worked for me, but it does take some time.
Yeah, I think things are starting to change now. I think that, especially now that the Mueller report is out and the Democrats have embarrassed themselves, people are starting to realize that they can no longer trust, if they haven't already figured it out, the mainstream media. And so this is the time, definitely, for independent journalists. And I was just talking to some people about this yesterday, actually, how I think that I predict Trump will win again in 2020. And I think that he will take more of a liking to independent journalists, and we will see more of more associations or more invites, I guess, maybe to the White House, or maybe he'll publicly comment on independent journalist reports more when he wins his second term, because the times are definitely changing.
So maybe we'll be seeing you at presidential press conferences. What do you think of that?
Maybe.
Yeah, why not? Okay, just be careful how you lumber the president. You know, we got nothing on him. Do you? Do you?
No.
I didn't think so. All right.
He already tweeted to stop the bias hashtag, so that was great.
He did what? The bias.
About a week or two ago, he tweeted to stop the bias hashtag.
Yeah, who told you about that?
Well, a lot of people.
Actually. Oh, okay. Well, I was looking for you, Dave. Yeah, that's all right. No, you're okay. I'm sure I was one of many. So you were in court Thursday. Something to do with Governor Gavin. What happened?
Yeah, so I had to go to court because, as you recall, 2 months ago, I was arrested at the California governor's mansion because, the Democrats, they like to say everybody's welcome here, sanctuary for all. And so I decided to seek sanctuary at his mansion in California in a sombrero and a poncho, and I was arrested. And so apparently everyone is welcome here in California except Laura Loomer. No, but really, the fact of the matter is that Gavin Newsom just has more favor towards illegal aliens, and so do the Democrats, more favor towards illegal aliens than they do Americans. And so I had to go to court yesterday.
He was the second. He was the second. You on a misdemeanor. So did it cost you anything, or?
Yeah, I had to hire an attorney, and it cost me a few $1,000s. But the charges are going to be dismissed. And you won't believe this. Gavin Newsom was actually pushing to have me in jail for 15 days and give me 3 years of probation.
Oh, jeez. Well, you took on his aunt, too, didn't you? Tell us about that a little bit.
Yeah,
Remind us.
Nancy.
That was, by the way, that was one of the funniest things I've ever seen. I mean, it wasn't just effective in terms of the political message that you sent. It was an absolute tragedy, a laugh riot. That's the only way I could subscribe it, because you also pointed out all the people that were killed by illegal aliens. But bringing these three aliens on there didn't speak English, and you're playing Frisbee with them, and it's just so funny.
Yeah, if you recall in the beginning of this year, so January, I put illegal aliens from Guatemala and Mexico on Nancy Pelosi's lawn at her mansion in California. And it became the #1 trending topic on social media.
Yeah. And that's when you're totally banned from Twitter. It became the #1 topic on Twitter as well, didn't it?
Exactly.
How does a person who's permanently banned for life from Twitter become the most trending thing on Twitter, not once, but twice? That's incredible.
Well, it goes to show you that no matter how hard these people try to silence and censor me, that you can't kill an idea.
There you go. Hey, that's a great thought. Great thought. Hey, can you tell us a little bit about the governor of Minnesota and his fight against Islamophobia? I mean, are you suffering from Islamophobia? Am I?
Well, look, there's no such thing as Islamophobia. We've gone over this on your show before, because a phobia is an irrational fear, and it's not irrational to fear something that wants to kill you. And so the governor of Minnesota, Tim Walz, he's a radical left-winger. He is working with CARE, which is a designated Islamic terrorist organization, the Council on American Islamic Relations. And he said that he's going to be opening 3 offices in Minnesota for the purpose of combating Islamophobia. And so he's going to be appointing the Steinin Jailani Hussein, who's the director for CARE Minnesota, to help oversee these offices. And, you have to wonder, you have to really question, what is wrong with these politicians in Minnesota? What is wrong with the Democrats? What is wrong with the governor of Minnesota when this is open public information that CARE has ties to Hamas? The FBI cut off their relationship to CARE because of their relationship with Hamas, and yet the governor thinks it's appropriate to be working with these people?
So the governor is all he's doing is he's just putting up 3 offices to educate people about Islamophobia, just like he did set up those 3 offices to educate people about anti-Semitism. Am I right?
Yes.
So there were 3 offices set up to fight anti-Semitism by this governor?
No, he hasn't done anything to combat real.
I was asking a sarcastic question. I asked it so good, I caught you. Anyways, your buddy, the fired, disgraced sheriff from Broward County, who handled the security for the Parkland shootings. What a masterful job this SOB did. He got fired, and he then appealed, and he's lost his appeal. So what are your thoughts on this political hack that you lumered?
I think it's great. You know, Sheriff Scott Israel is abusing his position as sheriff of the Broward County Sheriff's Office to push a Democrat agenda. You know, he endorsed Andrew Gillum. He's been featured and photographed with Debbie Wasserman Schultz, Hillary Clinton, and he was using his position to advocate for a ban on assault rifles and the AR-15 when he failed to even show up and have proper protocols in place. And as a result, 17 people are now dead. And so he has done nothing to help the community since the Parkland shooting. He has done nothing to improve school safety, despite the pleas from multiple parents. And we're talking about parents on both sides of the political spectrum, right? Because as we've seen, not all of the family members of victims in Parkland are anti-gun. So I think it's a really good decision, and I'm happy to see that Governor DeSantis kept his promise to the families of Parkland and removed Sheriff Israel.
Well, you did a great job with this guy, and you lumered so many people that had an effect on the election, and you actually broke the story about all those ballots that were hidden in the Fort Lauderdale airport. And people, that's why you are hated, because you're effective. But the people that know you're effective like you a lot, okay? And that's not, you're good at what you do, you're honest about it, and that portends for a long future of getting support from the right people. Anyways, right. Laura, other than DaveWeinbaum.net, where can people find you and contribute?
My website, lauralumer.us, and you can subscribe. And that's where people can also support my work. I'm completely independent. I'm not bankrolled by the mainstream media or George Soros. So I would just encourage people to subscribe to my website, lauralumer.us.
Laura, I don't know if you know this or not, but it doesn't take a genius to be a weightlifter. It just takes one clean jerk. Ladies and gentlemen, Laura the Illuminator, thank you so much for being on the Dave Weinbaum Show again. Have a great weekend.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay.
She's always good.
Oh, yeah. She's great.
Yeah.
She's just she's fearless.
Oh, yeah.
I
That's
mean,
the truth.
I actually worked one of these Antifa deals with her at the Marriott Airport. It's all by accident. She happened to be outside doing it for the Phyllis Schlafly deal meeting in St. Louis, which happens, I guess, every September. And she's out there amongst the Antifa people getting into verbal fights and stuff like that. Right. So I get in there, I mix it up a little bit, and I had a good time, actually. I guess because I'm older. And I guess I'm not as easier. I don't lose it as much, right, honey?
You're not easily provoked.
You okay? Oh, sorry. But anyways, I was able to reason with them, unlike other people in this room, and I got to the point to where I think I was actually convincing some of them who were, Marxists and all that stuff. And we all bumped hands, bumped fists, and all that stuff, and we left. And nobody drew a gun, nobody tried to cold cock me, and I was grateful for that. Yeah. And went back and went to the meeting. It was much more fun than being at the meeting. And at the end of it, some little girl comes up who was with the Antifa crowd, and she says to me, "Aren't you Dave Weinbaum?" I said, "Yeah." And I said, "Why? You know me?" She says, "Yeah, I used to work for you in the Rolla store."
Wow.
I said, "What the hell are you doing with these guys?" She says, "I don't know. I just thought I'd come in and come and do my thing. Yeah. Hi there. Welcome to the Dave Weinbaum Show. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hey, Dave. Jim from Raleigh.
Oh, hey, Jim. How you doing, buddy?
Fantastic, but I'll get over it.
Yeah, I know.
Hey,
you usually do.
Well, maybe I won't, Dave. What the heck, right?
No, I don't know. I don't know your physical, your physical tendencies. But if you can get over yourself, that's a leap worth having. Ooh, there! I think I just wrote something.
I'll go to the doctor and see if he can help me with that. Oh, wait a minute, then I wouldn't be doing it myself, would I?
Well, he could give you advice on how to do it. I think there would be a lot of training over that because it's hard for a guy like you to get over himself. Anyways,
yeah, well, that's true. That is true.
What can I do for you today, Jim?
Hey, Judge Jeanine.
Yeah, I had her. I had her out in my show just now.
Yeah, I know. I was. Don't tell anybody, but I really was listening. But anyway,
okay.
yeah.
All right, you heard it now. Keep it down. Keep it down. Jim does not want it known that he loves listening to the Dave Weinbaum Show, especially when Judge Jeanine is on. Is that about right?
I think that's it. Yeah, please don't tell anybody. But anyway, yeah, she's the greatest, isn't she? Honest, upfront, forward.
I just want to know I want to know the backstory on that. I want to know why she was suspended and what they think she did wrong because I didn't see it.
No, I didn't either. But anyway, no, she's totally right. And being that Fox got bought out by the liberal, things are changing there. It's really changing a lot. Anyway, Dave, do you know what lies down at the bottom of the ocean and shakes?
What lies down on the bottom of the ocean and shakes? Well, not a McDonald's milkshake because that would come to the top, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that would. Yeah, that would shake.
All right. So
up,
what lies in the ocean and shakes?
A nervous wreck.
The only, what the best thing about that joke was?
The ending.
No, it was short. We didn't have to suffer a lot. Thanks.
Thanks, Jim.
I think he hung up. Oh, come on.
Not nice.
I know. Did I hurt his feelings?
No, you can't.
Jim, I didn't hurt your feelings, did you?
You can't hurt Jim's feelings.
All right, I'm sorry. I feel so bad now. Nah, not really. I don't think I didn't intend to hurt his feelings. I don't like to hurt anybody's feelings. Smart people read the fine print. Brilliant people write it. Yeah, so Jim, just read. Forget about it. Read the small print. Don't bother with understanding it. I didn't mean to be bad to you. Forget about it. I'll make you pizza. All right. I don't even own a pizza place, but I'll make you pizza. All right. All right. Thanks, Jim. You have a good weekend, and stay out of trouble. All right. We're going to take a break right now. You call the show. Be a star like Jim. Even if he's a mad star, I think he's a little mad.
No,
that wasn't that bad of an insult, was it?
We were done. So.
You guys know I'm kidding, don't you? All right. Yeah, I feel so bad now that I'm going to have to double down on insulting people. It's wrong, but I can't help myself. Okay, we're going to be right back. Call the show 573-364-4433, and we got Marty Davis coming on in about 10 minutes. He spent the night, I think, at the White House Tuesday night in the president's and Melania's quarters. I guess they had a sleepover. I wonder if they played board games. They were bored. That's when you get bored and you play games. Anyways, we'll be right back. Call the show 573-364-4433. Get it off your chest.
95 years of serving families in the Rolla community. This is Rick Miller at Null & Son Funeral Home. For a business to be successful for 95 years takes hard work, determination, respect, and compassion for the community and the families we serve. This year, Null & Son Funeral Home proudly celebrates our 95th anniversary. 95 years of providing the finest funeral service, always at an affordable cost. It has been our honor to serve your family.
When it comes to making travel plans, Trips and More Travel Agency of Rolla has skilled agents to help you plan that perfect getaway. With over 27 years of combined experience, the agents are dedicated to providing you the highest quality of customer service, specializing in custom travel, family vacation, and destination weddings. Trips and More can make your vacation unique and fun. Stop in today at 116 West 8th Street in Rolla or call 341-3300. That's 341-3300.
For the best in steaks, wine, and great conversation, visit Matt's Steakhouse. Matt's Steakhouse has banquet facilities for all of your event needs, from small office parties to large wedding receptions and everything in between. Matt's Steakhouse, open for lunch and dinner Tuesday through Saturday. Located on the Dillon Outer Road in Rolla, just east of exit 189. Call Matt's Steakhouse at 364-1220 to book your next event. For the best in steaks, wine, and great conversation, visit Matt's Steakhouse.
Why settle for the forecast when you can control it? Hartley's Climate Control is your locally owned heating, air conditioning, plus so much more company. Hartley's offers residential and commercial sales, service, and installation in the areas of heating and cooling, hearth and home, handyman services, and more to the Rolla, St. James, and surrounding areas. Call 573-368-3163 or visit them online at www.hartleyscc.com. Hartley's Climate Control, community born, community raised, community serving.
Price Chopper in Rolla for the best quality products and the freshest produce in the area. With a full-service deli, bakery, and butcher cafe, you can feed the whole family with ease. Cold cuts to sushi, barbecue, and a huge salad bar. Kick back and relax and enjoy your lunch in our dining room, located in Forum Plaza on Forum Drive in Rolla. Don't forget to sign up for a rewards program and save money on groceries today. For orders and catering, give them a call today at 573-364-1771. Open 7 days a week, 6 a.m. to 11 p.m. Price Chopper in Rolla.
Hi, this is Sarah Weinbaum, massage therapist at Lavish Day Spa, formerly known as Terra Day Spa. Come visit me at our all-new location on North Bishop next to Steak and Shake. Come take your stress and worries away with our full-service salon and day spa, featuring discounts on Dermalogica and other skincare items offered with a purchase of a facial. New location, same number, 364-0905. Come sail away at Lavish Day Spa in Rolla.
If you're in the food business and your walk-in cooler quits, do you think you can call just any heating and refrigeration guy to fix it? Think again. Time is money, and you don't want to have to wait while an air conditioner repairman tries to figure out what's wrong. At Cox Brothers, food equipment repair is who we are. We have the specialized training and know-how to protect your expensive and fragile inventory while we repair your broken equipment. When you need food service repairs, go right to the experts. Cox Brothers Food Equipment Repair in St. James. We'll keep the hot side hot and the cold side cold.
Fixing your computer should be as easy as learning your ABCs, right? Wrong. The easiest way to fix a computer is to take a hammer to it, but that doesn't fix anything. So go back to the ABC basics, or really just the A, like an A1 Tech of Rolla LLC. A1 Tech takes the stress out of repairs for you with quick turnaround on all electronic repairs. With mobile pickup and on-site services, including evening and weekends, A1 Tech will be sure to have you up and running as quickly as possible. Give them a call at 458-9175 or visit a1techofrolla.com.
Follow me at DaveWeinbaum.net, at The Dave Weinbaum on Twitter, and streaming live on the Dave Weinbaum Show Facebook page.
So where do we go from here? I want to know, who was the judge that signed the first FISA warrant? And the second judge who signed the re-upping of the warrant? And the evidence that backed up the extension of that warrant? Who signed the second extension? And what additional evidence was provided to that judge? And why haven't we heard the FISA court being investigated? Why is there even a FISA court to begin with? I want John Brennan, who tries to get out of this mess he's in by saying, oh, I got bad information. I want him investigated by a grand jury. And McCabe, and Strzok, and Loretta Lynch, and that pious, condescending, holier-than-thou Cardinal Jim Comey. When someone lies to you, do you just say, don't worry about it, I'll get over it? Well, that's not how our system works. There has to be accountability. There has to be a consequence. Because as the president himself said, this should never happen again.
All right, we're back on the show. Judge Jeanine, as we were talking about, she's back in Adams. She was out for 2 weeks. I'd like to find out why. And I'd like to find out how this thing was fought. She didn't apologize for anything.
No.
That I know of. But what were they upset about? I want to know this, okay? I want to know where these guys are leaning, because once they do that to people like that, they stop talking about the news. They stop talking about. They censor themselves.
Right.
And that's the one thing I admire about Laura Loomer, is she doesn't want to work for anybody because they're going to tell her what to say and what not to cover. They're going to assign her to things instead of her assigning to herself what she thinks are the most important stories. And she's very good at that. You know, if you want to be a reporter and you want to work for CNN, Fox, any of these, you're not free to cover certain things. Apparently, if you're part of the talent like Hannity, Ingraham, and Tucker, you're not allowed to tell certain stories. You're not allowed to report. Well, what good is that? You know, the self-censorship is almost as bad as real censorship, and eventually it becomes that.
Yes,
because once somebody breaks that line and says stuff about stuff that nobody wants to talk about in top management, they get fired, and we have, in effect, lost our First Amendment rights. We have lost the right of free speech. And when that happens, things get really bad. So we got to fight this, all right? Let's stay together with that. Okay, in about 3 minutes, we're going to have a gentleman, I use that word loosely, on the show by the name of Marty Davis, been a friend for about 40 years. I think he's been in the McDonald's system longer than Ray Kroc. That's how long he's been in the system.
You've known him that long?
No, I didn't know him. I knew him, I think, starting in the late 70s is when I became aware of Marty Davis.
Oh, okay.
I got a great story to tell, but I can't do it because, you know, he's married and I don't want to cover any of that stuff. Anyways, you got Nadler after trying to deny, that's the congressman who's in charge of a investigative committee, and, you know, he tried to deny any information about Mueller during the investigation. Anytime they wanted to know who was investigating and who these people were, and, you know, getting the text from Strzok and Page and saying, oh, my God, you can't interrupt, you can't do that. And suddenly he wants the whole report from Mueller yesterday. Is this who I think it is?
Take two guesses and I'll let you know which three are
All
wrong.
right, listen, hold on to the phone because I did something special for you, and we're going to play it for you now.
McDonald's is our kind of place. It's such a happy place. Happy place. A clean and snappy place. McDonald's is our kind of place. It's such a happy place. McDonald's is our kind of place. Your kind of place.
McDonald's believes in getting food to your kids before they get to each other. Such good food, too. McDonald's famous French fries, triple thick creamy shakes, lean beefy cheeseburgers and hamburgers, icy cold soft drinks. And here's a plus, spill-proof lids on all beverages. Another plus, napkins that are big as a bib. Quality, cleanliness, extra care service. That's McDonald's. A total value that's unmatched anywhere.
McDonald's is our kind of place. It's such a happy place. McDonald's is our kind of place.
Your kind of place.
My next guest knows firsthand about the American dream, starting as McDonald's crew in 1959, 10 years before I was even born, and working his way to be director of operations, then owner-operator in 1977 in Taylorville, Illinois, and he just acquired 8 other stores in Champaign, Irvine, and married to the wonderful and lovely Donna. Marty Davis. So here we go.
Wow, that is such a great introduction.
Oh, well, no, it's not done yet.
Oh, okay.
I don't know where they dragged this measly crowd from. But, all right, well, anyways, all right, quiet. It's enough. It's enough giving this guy false praise. Anyways, you know, I hear that you spent the night on Tuesday at the West Wing of the White House, living quarters of the president and Melania and Barron. Did you guys have a sleepover? Did you play any board games or anything?
We played, what was that, Pinochle? They had to explain how that worked. Not one of my favorite games, but it was a lot of fun. It really was.
Oh, that's cool. So tell us about that, will you?
Well, it was very, very nice to be able to get in there. And the security, when they found out that I was coming, they had to triple it.
Now, why would that be?
I have no idea.
I did get a call from the White House, being a friend. So I told them about stuff, and so I'm sorry about that. I apologize. I shouldn't have said anything.
Well, thanks for the good word, because I think it was you and your security check by them that allowed me to get in. So
there you go. There you go. So seriously, what exactly happened? We want to know every detail. You were in the living quarters of the White House.
Well, it was absolutely fantastic, and we had a chance to visit the Oval Office. Took a peek into the room where everybody goes over the secret details, and the room that has locks on it. And then we were able to not actually get into the Oval Office itself. They were doing some things there, but it's just a beautiful, beautiful setting.
Now, be honest. Did you steal anything?
Yes, I did, but I wish you wouldn't have asked, because you know me, I've got to be honest all the time.
Oh, it's true. Yeah, you're an honest guy.
I did. And I will serve time for that. Probably someone will pick this up.
Man.
Well, if someone pays me enough, I'll lay it on you. Hey, you recently added 8 McDonald's stores. You bought Champaign Irvine. You're 76 years old, and some would say mentally disturbed. Not me.
Yeah.
But why did you do that at that age?
Because I'm going to hang around for another 20 years.
There you go.
I figured we would be able to live out that franchise agreement.
So that gives you something to live for, right?
It does. It really does. Right. And it's Champaign-Urbana, home of University of Illinois. And so we're very excited about that acquisition. And as you know, the previous franchisee,
good friend,
is good friends, and so it was a very amicable exchange. And we're excited, and they are also excited about moving on.
And your son Brad is in with you there, right?
Yes.
How super.
Yes. And as well as your son's in with you. So
my son Aaron, right?
Glad that I'm excited that we've got family members that want to get into the business.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
Not a Monday through Friday 8 to 1 job, you know.
Yeah. So you were what, 15 years old when you became a crew person in 1959? How old were you? 16?
I was 16 at
16?
the time.
Okay.
Yes.
And what was your wage?
The average wage in that Des Moines, Iowa market was 65 cents.
So you were working for 65 cents an hour. Are you listening to this, folks?
No, it was 65, but the owner-operator came in and started $1 an hour.
Whoa.
And we had a lot, and that's back, David, when moms didn't work. They were mainly stay-at-home moms, so Dad had 2 jobs.
Yeah.
Most of the dads had second jobs.
So did they have cars back then?
No, they were just getting into cars. They had
so you had so you didn't have a drive-through. You had a horse-through. Right?
Yes.
Okay.
A very big horse-through.
Yeah,
no air conditioning. And air conditioning really didn't come around to about 1965. And it would be very hot in those restaurants at night.
I'll bet
the average temp back then was 110 to 115 to 20 degrees.
Wow. Man, so you got a low wage and a free workout though, right?
Absolutely.
There you go.
I always was good to lose 5 pounds every summer.
Yeah.
And that was starting out at 118, so I would be around 113 by the end of October.
Wow. So, hey, you have another son, Rodney, who has called my show fairly often, and is always a little bit. He's a little bit nasty when he talks to me. You know, I say hello, Rodney, and he says hello, Weinbaum, and we go on from there. So and he always.
I apologize profusely.
Well, when he get you were there last couple years ago when we had that same meeting, and he was out there saying, "Well, this idiot Weinbaum over here, he doesn't know anything about this, but this is the way it really is in Congress." And he did that about 20 times. It was very, very embarrassing.
I know it was.
It was terrible.
Well, I apologize profusely again.
Now he is in Taylorville, and he actually is the congressman for the Champaign-Urbana. Area where University of Illinois is. Is he going to take a next step and knock out Senator Dick Durbin?
Oh, gosh, that would be probably his call. I know he's working as hard as he can in leadership in D.C., and he's the ranking chairman of the administrative side of things. And he's got 2 offices now. He's got his congressional office, and then he has his leadership office. So,
and obviously, if he is able to get you into the West Wing of the White House and other great events, you were the reporter for this show from the inaugural when no one else could take calls. So you did a great job, and that's the only reason you're on this show right now, because you do a good job of reporting stuff.
and the pay is always good because the checks is in the mail.
Well, here's the thing. I've finally after all these years, I've tried to pay you respect, but no one's had change for a quarter. I don't know what's going on. All right.
Well, who has quarters anymore?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, who carries
I'm
coin?
looking for dollar bills,
Yeah, dollar bills. You're still looking for dollar bills. Okay.
Absolutely.
All right. I want to thank you and Donna for being my friends, and we enjoyed it. And happy birthday to you and being our friends Lisa and David, who just slammed her fist on the table because I didn't mention her name. Lisa, you want to say hello to Martin? Marty?
Hello, Mr. Davis. How are you?
Do you have your lovely bride with you?
We do have, and Donna's here. She's driving the. She's on. I'm on headphones, and she's concentrating so we don't get in a wreck.
Oh well, that's
good idea.
Somebody's got to do that, and you're on your way to the Cardinal game, probably, right?
We're on our way to the opening day of Cardinal game, and we're sorry you guys aren't going to be.
I know. I gave away my tickets, and you offered me 2 this morning, and I just can't do it. Anyways, thank you so much. Always a pleasure to see you, and always a pleasure to have you as my friend, despite the fact that you are a somewhat terrible person most of the time. All right, you have a great weekend. Hi to your wife, Donna. Okay.
Well, listen, I'm glad we were able to say hello to your wife, Lisa.
She's not my wife yet.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Not yet.
Let's
not jump the broom yet. All right. Thank you. You have a great weekend. Bring home a winner, will you? Okay,
yes,
thanks.
We will.
All right, get off my phone, will you? For God's sakes, what's the matter with you? All right, see you. So he does that thing on the phone where he won't get off the phone. He keeps on badgering me. And he's been a good friend for a lot of years. What did you do? Did you throw something at Stan?
No,
I dropped a pen.
Innocent.
Oh, he dropped a pen.
I'm innocent.
And you're looking like you threw it at him. Did you throw a pen at Stan?
No, I don't think
That's
so.
my job.
No, but I can't.
Anyways, all right. Listen, we're going to be right back. We're going to take a break. You call the show, though. You got to call the show. We got MAGA hat to give away and a $35 McDonald's gift card. So call 573-364-4433. Get it off your chest.
Hi, this is Sarah Weinbaum, massage therapist at Lavish Day Spa, formerly known as Terra Day Spa. Come visit me at our all-new location on North Bishop next to Steak and Shake. Come take your stress and worries away with our full-service salon and day spa, featuring discounts on Dermalogica and other skincare items offered with a purchase of a facial. New location, same number, 364-0905. Come sail away at Lavish Day Spa in Rolla.
Does your trip to the dentist office sound like this? If so, it's time to come see the friendly staff at Forum Dental, where they make dentistry simple and fun. Forum Dental is committed to patient satisfaction and high-quality dental care. So come to Forum Dental, where they do it all, from teeth cleaning and whitening to bridges and crowns and so much more. At Forum Dental, they make every dental experience a pleasant one. Forum Dental, working together to be better. Visit their website at forumdental.com.
Every business needs just the right sign to get people into your business. Missouri Neon Outdoor is here to help. Missouri Neon Outdoor has been family-owned and serving the Ozarks for 80 years. Outdoor advertising remains one of the most cost-effective ways for businesses to build awareness and drive customers to their door. And they offer billboard coverage in over 25 counties in southwest Missouri. Missouri Neon Outdoor has an expert creative staff that can design a great look for you. Call today for available locations in your area. 1-800-788-1778.
When it comes to investing, here's something to think about. First, are you satisfied with results? Has your advisor taken the time to learn your investment objectives and devised a plan for achieving them? If you answered no to any of those questions, it's time to call St. Louis money manager Lindbergh Capital Management at 314-416-0055. You'll quickly see the difference. They take the time to get to know you, learn your goals, and what's appropriate for you. Call Lindbergh Capital Management today at 314-416-0055.
Come see the professionals at Brown Vet Clinic of Rolla, where they promise to place your pet's health and wellness above all considerations. They communicate openly with you about the individual preventative needs of your pet and help protect them from common infectious and contagious diseases while using the best available methods, no matter how big or small the animal. The staff is there to help you 24/7 and will get you an appointment as quickly as possible. Give Brown Vet Clinic a call today for all your animal needs. 364-1919.
Owning a business can be tough, and knowing what insurance you need can be confusing. Help is here with the Daniel & Henry Company. Daniel & Henry Company is an independent insurance broker providing a full range of risk management and insurance products and services for clients locally, nationally, and internationally. They find cost-effective solutions for your business and personal needs, from work comp, general liability, property and auto, and all points in between. Protecting your business is their business. Call Richard Boyette at the Daniel & Henry Company today, 314-444-5011.
Sydney's in Rolla reminds you they're open each day, Tuesday through Saturday. If you're looking for something to do, stop in. They're open till 1:30 a.m. each night. Also, they have a menu of appetizers to choose from, like jalapeno poppers, steak bites with bacon, and more. Escape to Sydney's with over 100 whiskeys to choose from, or signature drinks, and over a dozen beers on tap. Sydney's, 707 North Pine, downtown Rolla, where friends meet.
Price Chopper in Rolla for the best quality products and the freshest produce in the area. With a full-service deli, bakery, and butcher cafe, you can feed the whole family with ease. Cold cuts to sushi, barbecue, and a huge salad bar. Kick back and relax, and enjoy your lunch in our dining room, located in Forum Plaza on Forum Drive in Rolla. Don't forget to sign up for a rewards program and save money on groceries today. For orders and catering, give them a call today at 573-364-1771. Open 7 days a week, 6 a.m. to 11 p.m. Price Chopper in Rolla.
Follow me at DaveWeinbaum.net, at The Dave Weinbaum on Twitter, and streaming live on the Dave Weinbaum Show Facebook page.
Was Peter Strzok basically saying to his mistress, look, we're just going to keep investigating Donald Trump should he win?
Boy, it surely reads that way, but the only way we're going to know that is to interview Lisa Page and Peter Strzok.
What bothers people out there is you have to be able to trust your FBI, your CIA, your IRS, because there is a thing called the rule of law. And what we've learned from some of these text messages is that there is a whole lot of bias and corruption going on at the top. Tell us what you've learned.
Yeah, and it's important to emphasize there are tens of thousands of great men and women who every day keep us safe, prevent terrorist attacks, solve crimes at the FBI, but they are being besmirched by several people in the leadership of the FBI that have a shocking contrast in the way they took the approach they took to the Clinton investigation and the one they've taken to the Trump investigation.
And most of my extras now contain the Maria Bartiromo. That's pretty much a montage of leading up to the Mueller report. Or I should say Mueller. That always excites Stan. I don't know why. But, he doesn't want to do the machine thing. He just likes doing that.
Yeah.
Do we got a Sicilian moment? Have I had one? I've had one, haven't I?
Yeah.
All right. If you got one, let me know. All right. Let's do a Sicilian moment there. There we go. Oh, no, that puts me in the mood. It's such a pretty song.
Yeah.
I'm a Jew. And,
He dated a mathematician until she became too divisive. Forget about it.
The woman did not want to multiply. She just, just wanted to be divisive. You can't
need to be doing that.
You can't do a family if you're, divisive and don't want to multiply, can you? And then when you multiply, you add.
You're done multiplying.
To your family, you don't destroy.
You're done.
Huh?
You're done multiplying.
I'm done multiplying?
Yeah.
You're like a calculator.
You want a piece of me? Wait a minute. I thought we were going to have family and kids and things.
Okay.
Yeah, like I can do this.
It's like a calculator without the battery, huh?
Oh, that's just wrong. That's
about like that.
I've proven I can have children. You've proven it, Stan. Okay, so I got son, a daughter, and I'd love to be able to have more, but I'm 3 ways prevented from being a sperm donor. I'm just not going to do that anymore. It ain't happening.
Well, yeah.
There's
find
too much
other hobbies.
Yeah. Unless, you think about Abraham, though, when the Lord reached out to Abraham and said, you will have another child? And he was like 120 already? Mm-hmm. How do people live to be 120? Is there proof of that? I
don't know. Well, look at Methuselah.
why don't we...
Methuselah was 900.
Well, why don't we have their kind of diet then?
There are countries in the world that have
Pastor
no
Pat,
cancer.
you're listening. Pastor Pat is the official pastor to the Dave Weinbaum Show. How did people live, almost like 160, 180, 190 years in ancient times when there were no, I bet you that's her too, when there were no, keto diets. Hi there, welcome to the Dave Weinbaum Show. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
This is Glenda. I'm from Bell.
Hi, Glenda. What's going on?
Well, I just want to tell you I really enjoy your show.
Thank you.
And I'm glad I found you again.
Oh, well, you're one of many. It's been a year and 4 months. Because of Steve Wheeler, I actually got on without missing a Friday 2 Januaries ago. I actually got on, and still people don't know where I'm at. We sent out leaflets in the store, and and still people come through drive-through and say, "Where the hell are you, Weinbaum? I thought you had a radio show." I never missed a Friday. In fact, if anything, they doubled my time over what I used to have, which was an hour and a half. I had 3 hours.
Yeah.
I got to 1.5 hours and say, now what do I do now? So thank you so much.
You do a great job. Yes,
well, you're a sweetheart.
I
Thank you.
support Trump 100%.
Well, and as do I.
Did we get her name?
I wish everyone did.
Did you get her name, honey?
I do. I have Glenda from Bell.
Okay, Glenda.
Well, thank you for calling all the way from Bell. We appreciate you listening. And now you know.
Now
tell your friends.
How do I win?
Well, you're
how
going to have.
I win a hat?
Well, we pull you out of the hat. We pull your name out of the hat, and you call me at 573. Now, don't tell anybody this because it's my personal number. 573-578-2700. 573-578-2700. Now, everyone else forget that, will you? No, I don't care. Really, I don't care.
Okay.
I don't care. I love the public. Thank you so much for being
and tell
a
us
fan.
again your hours you're on.
Oh, sure. God, she's great. She's a promotional person. 9 till 12 every Friday morning, Central Time, a.m.
Okay.
All right? All right. Thanks, darling.
Okay.
Appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right. Wasn't that a sweetheart? That just made my day. Hi there. Welcome to the Dave Weinbaum Show. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
This is Chester from north of Doolittle.
Well, Chester, how are you? What's going on?
I'm fine. You're asking about in the Bible how they lived so long.
Yeah.
Okay,
how would you know
first of
this?
all, pardon?
How would you know this?
I read the Bible.
Okay, all right.
It's an amazing book. It has all kinds of interesting stuff. And a lot of stuff that people just read over it, but they never really consider.
Okay,
First
well,
thing
how did
is
they?
that back then, everybody walked a lot.
Yeah.
Lots of exercise. No sitting around watching TV. You always kept walking.
No catching an Uber.
Second thing is no additives, no chemicals, no GMO.
Right.
Healthy diet. Now, there's a third thing, which is something I discovered when I was reading it. Up until the time of Noah, meat was not supposed to be eaten.
Really? Does that say that in the Bible?
It's interpreted in the Bible because in the Bible, God said all the fruits are for the people. All the grasses are for some of the animals, and then those are the meat for the other animals.
Right.
Okay.
When Noah settled down after the after the Bible, after the flood, when they finally started repopulating the world, there weren't any crops, and that's when God changed that and said you're allowed to eat meat.
Oh,
From
so
that
God
moment,
changed his mind? Wow.
He changed the rules because of the situation. Cool. And here's the thing, though. See, they don't tell you this. You got to look this up. If you look up in most of the Bibles where they have the how long all the various people lived in the early days, you notice that it starts to drop because up until that time, including Noah, they all lived in there, 400, 500, 600 years. There was no problem, or whatever, 400 years. I think Methuselah was the long one, but the others were pretty close. They're like 10 or 20 years off. After that, after Noah, it starts to drop rather dramatically to like 300, 200, and then by the time you get to Moses, they're down to 120.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's very interesting, Chester. Thank you for the weekly sermon. Hi to Martha, and that's good information. Thank you. You have a great day. All right, Chester from Doolittle. Hi there. Welcome to the Dave Weinbaum Show. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
This is Martin from Edgar Springs.
Well, hi, Martin. How are you? Let me check in. Wait. Before you go into this, let me check if I have some nasty text from you that you want to repeat, like you did last week. I think I called you a name last week, didn't I, or something? I don't know what I did.
I felt right at home. Thought you were family when you did that.
Yeah, that's true. We're family because we insult each other. That's right.
That's right.
All right. What can you do for me today?
Well, I was going to help explain to you about the Bible and the ages that are in there. But before I do that, I just want to let you know that I am so happy that Tank Sinatra is not singing today. I'm just kidding. Anyway,
key up Weinbaum music. I don't. That's a challenge. Thank you. You reminded me. What do you mean no? No. In fact, you know what? I think I want to play this while he's on. Hit it.
From Weinbaum Records, it's Dave's Hits of 2017.
You're not going to like this, are you?
Radio host, Dave Weinbaum.
You got to listen now.
Songs like
Snowflake. You know you can't take it. You've got that hateful feeling.
Lisa? Whoa, that hateful feeling.
How about this?
As you wish me hell to everyone you could tell that you've been spying over me. Spying over me, and you've read the news to the mainstream news
and timeless memories like
you don't know me. I'm in the federal witness plan. You don't know me. I might be in Afghanistan.
Dave's Hits of 2017 is not.
No, we're not done. We're not done.
If you act fast, you can get Dave's favorite insults absolutely
Here's
free.
your favorite part, Martin.
You schmuck. Kiss my tuchus. Putz, I hear you tried to donate your brain to science, but they were only taking used ones. I don't take the broom out of your hands when you're trying to do your job. I hear you're 1 foot short of a yard sale. There was a lot of testosterone in my marriage. Too bad none of it was mine. I married a trophy wife, but I couldn't afford to mount her. I had 2 feet of snow on my car, so my wife offered me her broom. I said, thanks, but you're going to have to teach me how to fly it first. Got any complaints? Go to hell and wait.
The perfect way to close out the year. Dave's Hits of 2017.
That's all, folks.
Oh, my gosh. Oh.
What do you know from funny?
There you go. Just for you, Martin, because you requested it. You requested it.
All joking aside, there's some fascinating stuff about, Old Testament people and how they lived.
Yeah.
They found that some of these skeletons of these dinosaurs, their lung capacity within that rib cage would not have survived in a one atmosphere type of atmospheric pressure situation. And they found out by accident down on one of these sea lab things they were doing, where it was 2 atmospheres of pressure. Guy cut himself clear to the bone and hit an artery.
Yeah.
And they was scared. They had trouble. They went ahead and told him there's a storm up on top. Can't get you up. Put as much pressure as you can, and we'll get to you as soon as it calms down. And the next 12 hours later, they said, we're coming down. And he said, no, there's no need. It stopped bleeding, and in fact, I just took the wrapping off, and there's no scar whatsoever.
Yeah.
It had healed up under 2 atmospheres of pressure twice, all just unbelievably fast. That led to what we now know as a barium oxygen chamber to help with healing and things like that.
But they have prehistoric people that they find that don't live beyond 20, 25 years old.
There are people that they're finding that are prehistoric?
Yeah.
Oh,
so I don't know. I mean, it's always been a clash with science, so to speak. And who knows? We didn't live there. You can't tell for sure. But I don't think they were also supposed to be 20 feet long, 20 feet high. And I don't think they found any 20-foot skeletons of humans, have they?
They found a whole bunch of them in different regions. Up in China, they found the femur of one of these guys was 4 feet long.
Yeah.
And that gives you an understanding that'd be bigger than Goliath was.
Well, how big was Goliath?
Goliath was close to 10 feet.
10 feet,
according to the
So he could have been definitely dominated somewhat in the NBA.
Yes, he could have if he could jump, but even if he could still.
Okay, my friend. I've got to end this fun conversation because in a couple minutes I've got Deanna Lorraine, I think. Yes, Deanna Lorraine calling in from who the hell knows where she is. Anyways, thanks so much for your wonderful request, and I hope you're really happy about it. This is Martin from Edgar Springs. Thank you, Martin. Have a great weekend.
Got to go to the hospital.
All right, thanks.
Thank you.
Yeah. What did he say? How to go to law school?
Got to go to the hospital.
You got to go to the hospital. You laugh so hard, you got to go to the hospital. I don't wish ill for anybody, but if that's why they say in comedy, your goal is to kill.
Right.
You don't say, "Oh, I did really good tonight." You say, "I killed." Okay, that's what you want to say in comedy. I spent a miraculous 20 minutes in comedy. I did about 75 performances, and I had no idea what I was doing at first, and then I got the knack of it. And even with that, I was really good sometimes, and sometimes I just completely failed. What are you looking for, Stan?
My pen.
Oh my God! Here you go.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, okay.
Shouldn't have swiped it in the first place.
I didn't swipe your. No. You know what I hate? You know what really ticks me off?
One in here.
Here's what really ticks me off. Is you go to these hotels and you go to these banks and you go to these damn restaurants and you steal their pens and 2 days later they don't work. Yeah. That really irks me off. Does anyone else get ticked off like that? Call the show 573-364-4433. Get it off your chest, and I think we're going to. I think we ought to do the Matchmaker song. Hit it. You do know it's Laura. It's Deanna, right?
KKID Salem Rolla.
Matchmaker, make me a match. Find me a find. Catch me a catch. Matchmaker, matchmaker, look through your book and make me a perfect match. Matchmaker, matchmaker, I'll bring the veil. You bring the groom slender and pale. Bring me a ring, for I'm longing to be the envy of all I see. Or Papa, make him a scholar. Or Mama, make him rich as a king. For me, well, I wouldn't holler if he were as handsome as anything. Matchmaker, matchmaker, make me a match. Find me a find, catch me a catch. Night after night in the dark I'm alone, so find me a match of my own.
All right, we're back on the show. The matchmaker has not called yet. And I want to talk to her a little bit about creepy Uncle Joe meets hashtag Me Too movement. I tell you what, they're having a fit about what Trump did yesterday, and what a terrible thing he did. He had a picture of Biden giving his little mea culpa, which did not include an apology, just saying, things have changed. And, I didn't realize, and now I'm going to watch myself. In the background, there's a creepy photo opt thing of Joe Biden himself behind the real Joe Biden. And all of a sudden, this other Joe Biden, he puts his hands down around his breasts, the real Joe Biden, and he snuggles his own neck. and Donald Trump did that. And the mainstream, well, that's not. In fact, Biden got him back. You know how he did that?
Oh.
That's not presidential. He tweeted him. That's not presidential. I mean, why can't these guys laugh a little bit? Why doesn't the left have a sense of humor? Why are you so droll all the time? How do you make yourself watchable if you're just so sad all the time? All right, I think I know who this is. Hi there, welcome to the Dave Weinbaum Show. Is it who I think it is?
Yes, this is Deanna Lorraine.
Okay, and let me introduce you first. This woman is passionate about making love great again. The author of a great book, by the way, conservative speaker, star of TV, radio, and blogs, and the matchmaker to the Dave Weinbaum Show, Deanna Lorraine. Okay, well, it's good to have you back. Did you call from, where are you calling from this day?
Big crowd over there. I'm calling from Los Angeles.
Oh, good, all right. You got, I was just talking about Joe Biden in your honor, because I think you actually had a picture of you and Joe Biden, and the guy was kind of creepy with you.
Oh, yeah, Joe Biden, definitely there's a picture of him getting a little too handsy with me, and that was so creepy.
But you're not against you're kind of against the Me Too movement, so why do you care?
That's funny. Good one.
Thank you.
Well, I know. So I have to keep my hypocrisy in check because
I like that.
I can't be saying one thing and then doing another. But the thing is, I think that what his touches were Me Too worthy, though. I think, but we have to be careful. Like, is something that's just a kiss on the cheek, is something that's just a hug that's a little bit too long. We have to be careful not to, as quickly as we want to crucify Joe Biden because he is so creepy, and it's nice to have the left have a taste of their own medicine. We do have to be careful not to make this the new standard. Right?
I would agree. I would agree with that, but you have these clips of him, and women are like really uncomfortable, and he does this with little kids.
I mean,
little 8-year-old girls and things, and I don't know if he does it with boys, but mostly with girls. And oh man, it's just really weird. And
when you see the look on these faces and smelling the hair and everything, and I think that he's doing something worse behind the scenes, but we can't. That's something that we can't prove.
I mean, that's his thing, and I can understand you go up and shake hands, hug somebody, but the way he does it from behind, that's and snuggles their necks and kisses their necks and stuff like that. I don't know. That just seems a little bit creepy. No, it's a lot creepy.
What if he was doing that to Lisa? How would you react?
Well, what would I do? She asked a good question. What should I do? What should I do if Joe Biden comes up behind you and snuggles your neck and puts his hand in inappropriate places?
You should snuggle.
Snips her hair.
You should snuggle Biden.
I should snuggle Biden? What are you trying to say? I'm not that way. Not that there's anything wrong with it.
Let's see how he
I'm
likes
not
it.
that way. No, I'm not going to snuggle Biden. My God, that's wrong, woman.
Snuggle yourself.
No, thanks for putting me in that hole there, Deanna. By the way, what name are we going by? Lorraine or the other name, the Italian name?
I think we need to keep Lorraine till further notice.
Okay.
But I may have to use my full legal name when I run against Nancy Pelosi. So.
Yeah, I like that. You got a lot of Italians down there, right? The Italians and the Jews love Italians.
Yeah, I guess it will be. It'll be the Italian.
I mean, we have to. They make us. If we don't do it, they come find us.
Yes, exactly. So when as soon as that's down and cemented in, I will be making that announcement and let you guys know.
Oh, that's
but for
so
now,
super.
Let's not confuse everyone.
Okay. Well, I don't want to confuse anyone. No, you don't want to run with a bunch of different names. That's not good. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Yeah. That's the first.
Exactly.
That's the first and last campaign advice I'll give to you. No, I'm great at giving advice. I'm great at giving advice. I don't know much about.
Of course you are.
Well, I mean, I thought I did a good job of coaching you through a speech once.
Yeah, you're great.
I don't know whether you were going to stand behind a podium. I think maybe you weren't, but I just
then it swallows me, because
nobody would have been able to see you because you're tiny.
Yeah.
And you're a beautiful woman, and I can say that right now because Lisa's out of the room, and so oh great, now here she comes. All right, watch out, X-Nex on telling her. Okay, so I got you to stand beside the podium where people could see you. And I think that's exactly. What the hell's if you're going to be a good-looking woman, what the hell do you want to be standing behind a Biden for?
A Biden for? Are you
a podium.
Biden?
A podium. No, I'm just waiting for the other shoe to drop because Lisa came in the room and heard some of that. Anyways, let me ask you another question. Can you explain the gender wage gap? What is it and what's wrong with it?
Yes, the gender wage gap is this myth that feminists tout always. And it is a myth that women make 80 cents on the dollar, 80 cents for every dollar that a man makes in the world. And they use this as a way to fearmonger and get women all whipped up in an angry frenzy and get them fighting men, really, really intent on fighting and bringing down the patriarchy. But what the reality is it's been debunked many times as a myth. They make it seem like women make 80 cents to every dollar that a man makes, but the reality is that the way it's calculated is it's the median earnings of all men versus the median earnings of all women. And when you put different factors in that of course feminists don't talk about, but when you put other factors in like life choices, women on average take more time off of work than men do. Men on average work at least 14% more per week than women do. Men choose jobs that tend to be higher paying than women do. Men choose careers and degrees that tend to pay more. Women's studies and gender studies do not pay very much, it turns out. And also, men tend to choose riskier jobs, more dangerous jobs. So there's a lot of different factors. Plus, women take more time off work to care for their children. They want more flexible jobs. All of these turn out to be men on average earn more, if we're going to combine the two or compare the two. But when all those different choices are taken into consideration, study after study has shown that the wage gap, it disappears, that there is no wage gap. And by the way, it isn't even a wage gap, it's an earnings gap. And so it's just a big lie, and I hate these feminist lies because they cause...
So what do they want then? Do they want to be paid more because they're a woman?
Apparently, I think they want to make up for this, and they want to really actually be... It's kind of like they want reparations, it sounds like.
Yeah, that's a big word these days, isn't it? Hey, do you believe like AOC, that's Cortez in the House, that we only have 12 years to live because of climate change?
Ooh, so scary.
I mean, what are you gonna do with your last 12 years? That's what I want to know.
Well, I'm going to hopefully, marry and have children and get a couple good years out of my children. And then I guess I'll hopefully make peace with God and go to heaven.
See, she's telling us that that's, you probably shouldn't even have children. How's that? I mean,
they're taking up too much oxygen.
Well, yeah. I mean, and you got to stop eating meat, and you got to kill all the cows because of the cow farts and things like that. Just wrong.
Right.
Hey, Elisa.
The scary thing is people listen to her.
Elisa, your buddy Elisa Milano threatens a Hollywood boycott of Georgia for its heartbeat pro-life bill. What do you think of that?
Yeah. I think it's despicable. I think she hates life and hates infants so much. And she has a huge following. Millions of women love this woman somehow, and she's leading them down a dark path of destruction. She is really, taking something that's good and twisting it. And then she even preached about God the other day on her Twitter account, and I called her out for that. I had a tweet that went kind of viral. And, she's using using scripture to twist and contort it to rationalize killing the unborn, which is despicable.
Hey, tell us about all your shows and blogs and where you're going with this.
Sure. I have a forthcoming show coming out called Winning the Culture War with Deanna Lorraine, and that is going to be coming out on Blaze TV relatively soon. Hopefully it's within the month of April. It should be. And that is about winning the culture war and highlighting different topics like these that are in the culture war. And then, catch me all over social media. I'm very active on Twitter and Instagram and YouTube, Deanna Lorraine. Deanna T. Lorraine, and then YouTube is just Deanna Lorraine, and Facebook, Real Deanna Lorraine.
And
join the conversation.
And you are going to run against Nancy Pelosi in the 2020 election, is that correct?
It's looking like it, yeah.
Okay. Hey, other than the Dave Weinbaum.net, where can people find you? You probably told us most of that, but go ahead and do that. Yeah.
I did tell you most of that.
Yeah.
It's all over Twitter, Deanna T. Lorraine, and then if they do want coaching or matchmaking, they can go to my website at DeannaLorraine.com.
Deanna, I walked a mile in Lisa's stilettos. Both feet are crippled, but I have fabulous group of new friends. Ladies and gentlemen, Deanna Lorraine, calling all the way from L.A. Thank you so much, Deanna, for being a star on the Dave Weinbaum Show. Thanks a lot.
Yes,
bye.
Thank all you guys. Love you.
Bye. All right, that's Deanna Lorraine. Hey, we're making progress here, and I think we need to take a break because I know we need to catch up on a few breaks. Call the show, 573-364-4433. You're eligible for a MAGA hat, which, by the way, I was wearing until I started sweating in it. And it's sitting next to me in a chair now, looking at me, saying, "Why aren't you wearing me? What's the matter with you? You a coward?" No. All right, be quiet. I'll wear you soon. Okay, so we're going to be back on the show, and you can win a MAGA hat and a fabulous $35 McDonald's gift card. By the way, the guy that called me earlier, Lee from Richland, and his wife have both donated their McDonald's gift card to the Pregnancy Resource Center, which will come in very handy. The funny thing about the Pregnancy Resource Center is all these women bring their babies in a lot, and they visit. They love these people. They love Joe and Jane. And what's not to love? And it's such a thing. It's just after they're born, they have relationships. They help them out. They help them find jobs. They teach them about financing. Jane has 3 books coming out for the public. I mean, she's going to use part of it as a fundraiser, but it's about how to make your life work. And it's basically aimed at these young women who feel so desperate that they got to get an abortion. Doesn't have to happen. Call the show, 573-364-4433. Get it off your chest.
It's been 35 years since Muffler Mart has opened their doors, and now you can come visit them at their new location on Highway 63 South, just across from Phelps County Fairgrounds in Rolla. Marty, Keith, and Carl combined have over 120 years of auto experience. Woo! Their name says Muffler Mart, but they do it all. So the next time you need work on your vehicle, head to the new location of Muffler Mart on Highway 63 South, just across from Phelps County Fairgrounds in Rolla. For appointments, call 364-5434. That's 364-5434.
When it comes to making travel plans, Trips and More Travel Agency of Rolla has skilled agents to help you plan that perfect getaway. With over 27 years of combined experience, the agents are dedicated to providing you the highest quality of customer service, specializing in custom travel, family vacation, and destination weddings. Trips and More can make your vacation unique and fun. Stop in today at 116 West 8th Street in Rolla or call 341-3300. That's 341-3300.
For the best in steaks, wine, and great conversation, visit Matt's Steakhouse. Matt's Steakhouse has banquet facilities for all of your event needs, from small office parties to large wedding receptions and everything in between. Matt's Steakhouse, open for lunch and dinner Tuesday through Saturday, located on the Dillon Outer Road in Rolla, just east of exit 189. Call Matt's Steakhouse at 364-1220 to book your next event. For the best in steaks, wine, and great conversation, visit Matt's Steakhouse.
Moving, let's talk about Salem, Missouri, and what we have to offer. We are located in the center of Missouri, center of the USA, with a great school system, college, beautiful country club. Rivers within 1 hour drive include Jack's Fork, Piney, Gasconade, Merrimack, and 2 state parks. If you're looking to enjoy life with recreation or just enjoy life, call VIP Properties, Pat Tackett, broker, 103 East 4th Street, Salem, Missouri, 573-729-7622.
Owning a business can be tough, and knowing what insurance you need can be confusing. Help is here with the Daniel & Henry Company. Daniel & Henry Company is an independent insurance broker providing a full range of risk management and insurance products and services for clients locally, nationally, and internationally. They find cost-effective solutions for your business and personal needs, from work comp, general liability, property and auto, and all points in between. Protecting your business is their business. Call Richard Boyette at the Daniel & Henry Company today, 314-444-5011.
McDonald's presents the new Big Mac Bacon. But is the Big Mac lucky to have bacon, or is bacon lucky to land on the Big Mac?
The Big Mac is lucky. Applewood smoked bacon makes everything taste better. The Big Mac, Brussels sprouts, dry toast.
No. Bacon's lucky to be on the iconic Big Mac. It's fortunate to dip its toe in that delicious special sauce.
There you have it. Get McDonald's Big Mac with bacon, fresh beef quarter pounder with bacon, and cheesy bacon fries. Is it the best thing to happen to our classics, or to bacon? Try for yourself and decide.
Only for a limited time at participating McDonald's. Fresh beef available at most restaurants in contiguous U.S. Not available in Alaska, Hawaii, and U.S. territories.
Follow me at DaveWeinbaum.net, at The Dave Weinbaum on Twitter, and streaming live on the Dave Weinbaum Show Facebook page.
What's called the electronic communication, as we know it now for your viewers, what that is it's the original intelligence, the original reasons that the counterintelligence investigation was started. Now, this is really important to us because a counterintelligence investigation uses the tools of our intelligence services that are not supposed to be used on American citizens. So we've long wanted to know, well, what intelligence did you have that actually led to this investigation? So what we found now, after the investigators have reviewed it, is that, in fact, there was no intelligence.
Yeah, no intelligence. You know, you wonder about these people that are leaders in the FBI, and you know, they all went to Harvard and Princeton and places like that. They're supposed to be smart. What happened? Did their parents buy their way in? Because they seem awfully dumb to me.
Oh, either that or they were paid off.
Or arrogant, and that could be too, paid off.
Well,
but you would think they'd be better.
Iran cash.
Well, yeah.
I keep thinking that money's probably got spread around a lot.
I think I think you're not as nutty as you seem you are, Stan. I think you're right. Hi there, welcome to the Dave Weinbaum Show. Sorry to make you wait. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Bill.
From Salem. Hi, Bill. What's up, my man?
How you doing?
I'm good.
Oh, well, you kind of changed my mind there, but I forget who was talking about it. They were saying about some of those colleges that they were paying for the kids to get in.
Yeah, the parents were bribing some of the coaches.
Well, yeah, but they said those schools nowadays, they really don't fuck nobody anymore.
Well, getting in is one. getting in is one thing, but, not flunking them would be effective, too.
Yeah, well, they said, once they get in, it's hard for them to flunk out. They just kind of automatically pass through.
Yep. There you go.
Plus, you can't collect money from somebody who flunked out of school.
Yeah.
Yeah, they pass through like, your system works, and they pass through. And then look what they turn out to be in public life. Lisa's not even looking askance at that because she's once again not paying much attention, but that's all right. She's doing her little job. She's writing your name down, Bill. She's taking your name down, and she'll find you later.
Checking it twice.
Well, actually, what I called about was that rally that Trump had.
Yeah.
Did you see where they said like 30% of the people that went to the rally were Democrats?
Does that surprise you?
Well, no, not really. But I mean, it's kind of not too many people reported it, and it was just that's a lot of if you're a kind of registered Democrat. The polls, and I just shook Karl Rove's hand again. I didn't raise the issue again like I did a couple years ago, but that's why the polls are so off. That's part of the reason. Other reasons are they ask skewed questions, or they pack it with Democrats. But here it is: Democrats won't admit to liking Donald Trump because some of their friends hate them for it. It's not the same as being. Liking a liberal candidate like Uncle Joe, creepy Uncle Joe, or Beta, whatever his name is. It's not the same. People are visceral in their hate of Donald Trump, so they don't want to admit it to any caller on the outside. So when they get the call, they say, "Oh, I want Hillary," and then they show up at Trump rallies. Yeah, well, they said they got that number off a cell phone, so it wasn't their cell phone numbers. It wasn't people volunteering, hey, I'm a Democrat, I'm a Republican, I'm this. Yeah. They were able to, get it from their cell phone numbers.
Well, okay. All right, my friend. Well, I don't know if are you eligible these days?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay. Well,
but if I do,
that means that means you called the show because you honestly wanted to call the show. So I appreciate that. Believe me.
He said he wanted to donate it to the pregnancy resource if he did win.
So yeah, he's eligible.
Oh, okay, great.
He's eligible.
He is? Okay.
Oh, you're eligible, so
you can still win a MAGA hat.
Call me and let me know if you win what you want to do, okay? I'm very flexible. All right, thanks. Okay. Thanks, Bill from Salem. I appreciate the call. You want to be a star on the Dave Weinbaum Show, call 573-57... See, you screwed me up there because I just raised my volume. What did you do there?
I didn't do anything.
Then I was hearing an echo in my ears.
It was because of the phone call, so when I took it off.
See, when I have my sleep, and I had sleep last night, I get very sensitive to things, very touchy. Anyways, you want to call the show? We're going to do a break right now. You want to call the show? What?
Let's do this.
All right.
The new Amazon Echo has everyone asking Alexa for help.
Alexa, what time is it? What the hell is wrong with this blasted thing? Amanda!
But the latest technology isn't always easy to use for people of a certain age.
These kids done bought me a busted machine again. Odessa!
That's why Amazon partnered with AARP to present the new Amazon Echo Silver, the only smart speaker device designed specifically to be used by the greatest generation. It's super loud and responds to any name even remotely close to Alexa, so they can find out the weather.
Allegra, what is the weather outside?
It is 74 degrees and sunny.
Huh?
It is 74 degrees and sunny.
Where?
Outside.
What about it?
The temperature outside is 74 degrees and sunny.
I don't know about that.
The latest in sports.
Clarissa, how many did old Satchel strike out last night?
Satchel Paige died in 1982.
How many he get?
Satchel Paige is dead.
He what now?
Died.
Who did?
Satchel Paige.
I don't know about that.
All right, that's pretty funny. I meant to play that for Marty Davis because God knows he needs it. I don't know what he forgets my name half the time. Anyhow, I want to thank these people. I don't have all of them because I didn't have enough time to go over who was pushing the show on Twitter, but there were plenty of them. I want to thank again Tex for announcing the show right as it starts and for pushing it on Twitter. And he's always there for us. Stoney,
The two Bamas, Bama Gal and Bama Perry, thank you so much. Liz from Miami, Eve from California, the Dillons, Kathy and Mike. And by the way, it's Mike Dillon's birthday. Happy birthday,
Happy
buddy.
birthday, Mike.
We got Jim Cloward and Randy from St. James, and Shayna, who was listening last couple weeks, I believe, from Israel. She's from Jerusalem. How's that? And Nikki, thank you so much. And by the way, what is today? Today the 6th, the 5th?
The 5th, yeah.
The 5th?
Yeah.
In 2 days, it's Lisa's birthday. Now, I have it here on record that I remembered her birthday. Now, whether I remember to get her something is another thing. What does it do you want for your birthday, Lisa? I thought I gave you everything you wanted when I proposed, but apparently there's more.
Well, we'll discuss that later.
We'll discuss that later?
There you go.
Oh, okay.
Well, I think we ought to sing to her, don't you?
Oh, no.
What should I sing
I've
to
been
her?
a nice person.
Do I?
Happy birthday
No,
to
play the.
you.
You got something else I sung, like the Cohen song?
Oh, my God.
That's cute. That's just for you, honey.
No,
Happy
torture.
birthday. It's just for you.
Torture.
So,
The saga of Michael Cohen. Well, I've never been to Prague, but I've been to the garden, and I've never begged Trump, but my lawyer asked my pardon. Ain't gonna give up, never gonna fess up, I'm an F up. Well, I've never been to Prague, but I've been to the garden. I've never begged Trump, but my lawyer asked my pardon. Ain't gonna give up, never gonna fess up, I'm an F up. Yeah, I've never been to jail, but I led the Trump race. Now I'm out on bail, then it's Leroy I'll embrace. Ain't gonna give up, never gonna fess up, I'm an F up. I'm an F up.
Dave Weinbaum on the Michael Cohen sagas. And I may have to be there may have to be a B-side to the record, because now he's saying he has millions of more documents to get him out. I think he's kind of spent his I think his moment has passed, don't you, Stan?
Yeah, I
think
so.
he's kind of passed. So, and Lisa won't tell me what she wants. Now, this is very important. Uber protection. There's a gal, I know Laura Loomer has had bad experiences in Uber rides, and there was this gal who thought she was getting into an Uber late at night. Shows her, in fact, the security camera showed her, looking at her phone, getting in the back seat, what she thought was an Uber. It wasn't an Uber, and this guy killed her.
Oh my
God. And all the doors were locked. She couldn't get out. Well, this is what you do before you get in the back seat. Before you get in the back seat of an Uber, these are, I believe it's 8 words. Tell me my name and your name. Tell me my name and your name. And if you don't know it, you get the hell out of there. Yeah. How's that?
Yeah.
Okay, makes sense to me. By the way, we're going to hear from Dr. Amy. We're going to take a break, but I want you to know this. I thought when it came in that 437 cities we were heard in February, I just thought that was a wrong figure. Well, it was only 407 cities in March. So I thought it was off like 200 cities or something like that. So it wasn't that far off. So it's probably legit. And I want you to hear the number one cities in America listening to the podcasts of this show. The number one is New York City.
Wow.
2 is Chicago. 3, and I have no idea why this is, East Lansing. And, I'm not talking about the local towns like Rolla and Salem here. I'm talking about the out-of-market people. Granite Bay, I have no idea where that is. Boca Raton, that would be Florida, the Hakeem Empire there. Kansas City. Number 7 is Springfield. Number 8 is Washington, D.C. Number 9 is Dallas. Number 10 is Toronto. And here are the countries. Top 10 countries the Dave Weinbaum Show is heard in. Canada, number 1. Germany, number 2. The UK, that's England for those of you in Branson. 4, India. 5, Australia. 6, Brazil. 7, the Philippines. 8, Israel. 9, the Netherlands. And 10, the Ukraine. Wow. All right, isn't that cool?
Yeah, it is.
Okay, we're going to take another break, and we're going to come back with Dr. Amy. You can still call the show. Make yourself eligible for the fabulous McDonald's $35 gift card or the MAGA hat. A Trump MAGA hat, a real one, a red one. 573-364-4433. Get it off your chest.
At Premier Title Group, we realize that one of the most important decisions in your life is when you purchase or sell your property. We strive to treat each customer like they are part of our family. At Premier Title Group, we offer quick yet very accurate title searches and will close your real estate transaction in a timely manner. With unmatched customer service, you'll find that we truly live up to our motto, providing you with a premier experience during your real estate transaction, serving Phelps and its surrounding counties. Remember, when it comes to title insurance, you have a choice. Choose Premier Title Group. May God bless our troops and our emergency responders.
McDonald's presents the new Big Mac Bacon. But is the Big Mac lucky to have bacon, or is bacon lucky to land on the Big Mac?
The Big Mac is lucky. Applewood smoked bacon makes everything taste better. The Big Mac, Brussels sprouts, dry toast.
No. Bacon's lucky to be on the iconic Big Mac. It's fortunate to dip its toe in that delicious special sauce.
There you have it. Get McDonald's Big Mac with bacon, fresh beef quarter pounder with bacon and cheesy bacon fries. Is it the best thing to happen to our classics, or to bacon? Try for yourself and decide.
Only for a limited time at participating McDonald's. Fresh beef available at most restaurants in contiguous U.S. Not available in Alaska, Hawaii, and U.S. territories.
It's Chevy Truck Month at Fairground Auto Plaza in Rolla. Right now, get 0% financing for 72 months on all new 2019 Chevy Silverado All-Star LT Crew Cab from well-qualified buyers with GM financing. Come check out all of what Fairground Auto Plaza has to offer. Visit Fairground Auto Plaza at 100 Fairgrounds Road in Rolla for full details. Chevy, find new roads.
Sydney's in Rolla reminds you they're open each day Tuesday through Saturday. If you're looking for something to do, stop in. They're open till 1:30 a.m. each night. Also, they have a menu of appetizers to choose from like jalapeno poppers, steak bites with bacon, and more. Escape to Sydney's with over 100 whiskeys to choose from, or signature drinks, and over a dozen beers on tap. Sydney's, 707 North Pine, downtown Rolla, where friends meet.
The Akar Real Estate sign in the yard is your first step to sold. Whether buying or selling, put the best team of realtors to work for you. Akar Real Estate is the top-selling real estate agency in 4 counties. They work diligently to make your real estate transactions happen. Independently owned and operated for over 12 years by Delek Akar, broker-owner. When you want results that move you, call the professionals at Akar Real Estate at 368-SELL. That's Akar Real Estate at 368-7355.
Sales results obtained from Maris Incorporated.
Welcome to the greatest rock and roll show on earth. Tonight's feature is Melrose Asphalt and Quarry, featuring their greatest hits, guaranteed low prices, guaranteed work, and their #1 hit, locally owned and operated. So call and get your tickets to the greatest rock and roll show on earth. Melrose Asphalt and Quarry, 364-9101. That's 364-9101. Melrose Asphalt is a local business and not an actual rock band.
Follow me at DaveWeinbaum.net, at The Dave Weinbaum on Twitter, and streaming live on the Dave Weinbaum Show Facebook page.
If you ask the FBI today how much of the dossier is verified,
almost none, and the verification comes from open media sources. This dossier was prepared by a foreign agent paid by the Democratic Party and used to get a FISA warrant, and the former FBI director did not know that it was a political document paid by a political party. To me, that is stunning. Right. Not only was the Clinton email investigation a joke, the dossier was used inappropriately.
So how do you call yourself someone who, agrees with and follows the rule of law if, in fact, you used a piece of garbage as, the reason to wiretap and listen in on an American citizen?
Lindsey Graham, who's probably going to hold hearings, and I think he's going to be... I think he's effective. It's not like they're searching for the evidence they originally got. They've got that in the tank. And it's going to be hell to pay, because you watch. I'm willing to bet a lot of money that these people will turn on each other, and they're going to try to blame somebody else. They're going to pull Michael Cohen's on each other.
Yep.
They're going to try to, get better deals for themselves by blabbing about the others. And I'm wondering how long it's going to take them to point the finger to the top guy.
Well,
Obama.
You got to think about the statute of limitations too.
Yeah.
I mean, how many of these things are they waiting for the statute of limitations to go?
I don't know.
Because a lot of times it's only 2 years. Chester would probably know better. But.
Yeah. Meanwhile, you want Lisa? You want to tell us about what Pastor Pat said about the people in olden times and how long they lived?
She basically said Chester had covered it. But she would add that in Genesis 6:3, it says that we have 120 years to live.
No, that's from an official pastor. And so,
score in some years or something like that.
So I'm thankful that I got another 50 years in.
Hey,
what the hell? I better take better care of myself, Hey. All right, so anyways, you want to call the show, 573-364-4433. Get it off your chest. And here's Dr. Amy.
Now if you feel that you can't go on, because all of your hope is gone, and your life is filled with much confusion, until happiness is just an illusion, and your world around is crumbling down, darling, reach out. Come on, girl, reach out for me. Reach out. Reach out for me.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bad Boss expert, anti-MMA, pro mirrors and pacing, author, motivational speaker, and the shrink to the Dave Weinbaum Show, specializing in Stan Hines, Dr. Amy Cooper Hakeem. There she is. Oh, my goodness. They've come down from Detroit. Man alive, that was pretty good right there. No, it's the Florida contingent, not to be outdone by Detroit. There you go. Hi, Dr. Amy. Hey, what do you do if a parent of your child's friend gets out of line?
It can be really tricky to be disappointed with the way that someone else parents their child. It's really none of our business in the grand scheme of things. I mean, I care about what happens to my child, and that other person should care about what happens to his or her child. But when it ends up impacting something to do with my family or my child, then that's where we have to make sure that we set boundaries. I
what would be an example of that?
So I have 3 children. I have a 14-year-old, a 12-year-old, and an 8-year-old. And let's just say that my 8-year-old wants to go out to ice cream with her friend. So obviously a parent is driving and takes the child to ice cream. And what if that parent decides to leave these 2 8-year-old little girls alone while going to the bathroom or running an errand at a store next to that? So I have to make sure that I set standards and say, by the way, just want to make sure you'll be with my child at all times. So we also have to have clear communication with our own children so that they know what the expectations are, how we feel they need to be supervised or watched from a safety standpoint. And so I've actually had on numerous occasions, I've had my kids say, oh, by the way, I don't think that I want to be with this family again alone because they left me by myself, or they did this and this made me feel uncomfortable. And so having those expectations and clearly stating them, not only to a parent, but also making sure that our children know what we expect and what we find as a standard is something that I think is really important.
Now, as American citizens, we're all kind of here as American citizens, what are the kinds of things that we are entitled to?
Oh, I don't know. I think that
we're citizens. Aren't we entitled to the constitutional rights?
I can speak to peace, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
There you go.
But I, that's generally not my area. I don't know if anyone's ever asked me that before.
Because I'm afraid you're going to think I'm doing this as a political thing, and I'm not.
Okay.
Well, sort of not. So what are the things that we're not entitled to?
Dave, I'm trying to answer that in a way that doesn't come across as anything that would be political. I think that we need to always make sure that we don't assume that we're going to get something just because we might have to earn it. But there are things that, like you were saying, as an American citizen, that we are entitled to. If we pay our taxes and we, just live in this country, then we're a citizen, and we need to make sure that we're...
Did you just say we're entitled to pay our taxes?
No, I said we are entitled to certain things if we do. By the way, though, I am one person. I love paying taxes. I hate paying taxes, but my goal is to have to pay even more taxes because that means that thankfully we're doing well that year. So I don't look at taxes in the same way that most people do. So not that I'm looking forward to April 15th.
So you measure your success as the government being able to take more of your money then you get to keep.
Obviously I have to pay more than I did 10 years ago. That makes me feel good in a sick kind of way. But
you're even cracking Jesse up today. Hey, how do you know if you have a good therapist for you?
Well, you have to make sure that you feel comfortable sharing things that are private and that you're able to leave a session feeling a little bit better or more uplifted than you might when you walked in. Sometimes people feel almost bullied or pressured into staying with a particular therapist. And I am a strong advocate of the type of therapy that doesn't require you to consistently come day after day, year after year. It should be that you walk away with the tools so that you're able to not need to go back. And so, obviously not right away, but you shouldn't be so dependent on the therapist in order to make a decision or to move forward. You should feel that you better understand your own situation and that perhaps you understand the way that, or the perspective of the other person in the relationship about whom you probably are speaking to the therapist, that type of thing. But I think you need to know and feel really confident in that clarity of relationship and not feel that you can't make any choices without quickly running to the therapist. I think that that's unhealthy, even if, and I think therapists sometimes make their patients feel that way. And really, we should really rather be giving them the tools so that they can make those choices on their own and then discuss what went right and perhaps what might be different if they were to be faced with a similar situation in the future.
Now, I'm an advocate of therapy. I've been in therapy, but I've had bad ones. And by that, I mean there's the people that I talk to, they're sneaky. They go around my back and say bad things about me and don't say that to me to my face.
So that's unethical also.
I've had that happen to me in court cases and testifying on in a trial. When I said, well, she's saying stuff now that she never told me. And the judge says, well, I can understand that, mister. The judge actually backed me against a therapist. And I thought that was pretty cool, quite frankly.
Well, because it's inappropriate. A therapist should not be speaking about a patient outside. I mean, there are specific ethical guidelines and rules that apply to that, and so we have to be very careful with confidentiality and with confidential records and related information, and that's completely and highly inappropriate.
Yeah, in this case it was, because she was making comments on my ability to parent a child during a divorce. And as I pointed out to the court, I said, if she had something wrong to say that I was doing wrong, I would have loved to have heard it because I would have changed. But she never said a word until here we are in court. And the judge, he got pissed off. So not at me.
Well, good for the judge.
Yeah.
Good for the judge.
Well, you never know where that's going to go, that's for sure. Hey, is this true? Exaggeration is a lie in training.
Exaggeration is a lie in training. Sometimes we do exaggerate, and sometimes we may share something that has truth to it. So I'm not certain. I think that you might be able to say that, but it also, it's okay sometimes to build ourselves up and to exaggerate a bit if it's going to help us at the end to feel more confident or to gain momentum so that we can accomplish our goals or move forward. I think that you obviously don't want to lie, but if you stand the truth a little bit in order to to help make someone feel better, or I was taught once that white lies can actually be good for relationships.
What's a white lie?
Have to be a white lie is something that's not completely untrue, but that you may have to stretch a bit in order to preserve someone's confidence or ego. So, like, if somebody were to say to me, I don't know, does this dress look nice? And it's not my favorite dress. Instead of saying something rude about the dress, I might say, oh, you know what, I think that I can see that you feel really confident in it. Or, which it could be true, but it's not, oh my gosh, this dress is horrific.
Boy, you are a little sneaky. All right, anyways.
Wait, what? I'm not trying to be sneaky.
You're not telling her the truth.
Well,
I assume it's a her.
If I am asked to say, okay, if a woman ever asks, like if I ever say to my husband, how does this look on me? If he says, oh, you look like a tub, would I be happy?
No.
But if he said, you know what, I really like that, I like the color, but I think that this other one fits you even nicer.
You know what? I think in that case, he would get kneed or elbowed, which you have referred to.
Exactly.
Which you have referred to. He's scared of you.
It doesn't look nice.
He is. He is scared.
Walk out
he
in
is
public.
scared to death of you. Let me tell you. All right. Hey,
no, he's not.
Yeah. Hey, other than DaveWeinbaum.net, where can people find you?
You can find me on CooperStrategicGroup.com, AmyCooperHakeem.com. My book, Working with Difficult People, is sold anywhere books are sold, also on ebook and audio format. And you can find me LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook at Amy Cooper Hakeem.
Hey, Dr. Amy, Elmer Fudd recently got married. What was the color of his face?
I don't know.
Wed.
Wed. That's cute.
That's when you can tell the kids, too, isn't it?
Definitely.
Right. Thank you so much, Dr. Amy Cooper Hakeem. And you tell that Elad to behave himself when he goes on my show. Would you please? Thank you so much.
Well, have a great day.
Shabbat shalom. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Shabbat shalom. Bye.
A great interview, as always. And she's just a hoot. I don't know why. She's just a funny person, and she's got plenty of examples. I like it when people go on the show, and instead of getting vague examples from other people, they give examples from their own life, because that's funny too. You can play with that, so that's really cool. Stan, we have a phone call, and by the way, you've got about a couple of minutes. We're going to take a break here pretty soon and pick the winner of the fabulous McDonald's $35 gift card and the MAGA hat. So call the show at 573-364-4433. Hi there, welcome to the Dave Weinbaum Show. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
This is Joe, and I'm calling from Rolla.
Hey, Joe, what's up, my man? I know you.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good.
Great.
What's up?
So I've, because of meetings, I've missed most of your program. Have you got to mention what Melissa and Claire have been doing the last few days?
Why don't you go ahead and do that? I did talk about the banquet and had people comment on the banquet, too. Several of them, I believe. Awesome. So why don't you go ahead and mention what Claire and Melissa are up to?
So, yeah, Melissa Oden is the lovely lady that's been on your program here recently, and then Claire is the one that was with us for our banquet this past week. But they were in D.C. again recently. Congressman Scalise actually introduced this legislation to try to push the Born Alive Protection Act through again.
Yeah. I
guess circumventing all these... what's it been voted down like 25 times now or whatever. So I'm trying to remember what it's called. A discharge petition is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
So to discharge these votes and circumvent that, to approve it anyway, and they have they're almost there. They have 198 people have signed it, congressmen, and they only need like 200 and they need 20 more signatures.
So they got a few Democrats, did they?
Yeah, they've got 2 so far.
2. All right. That's a big deal, actually.
They're beating the bushes, but it was really cool to watch on C-SPAN. But both Claire and Melissa were allowed to speak along with Gianna Jensen. They're all 3 of them are abortion survivors, and this is what the pro-choice people can't see. They can't admit that these women
exist.
Right.
Hey, if you get a time, why don't you send the clips over to me? Send the speeches. I can break it down and put some of it on the show.
Absolutely, I will. We're going to work on that this weekend. So.
All right, great. Well, I enjoyed the banquet. I thought it was she did a great job. Claire did. You did a great job. All the other gals that got up there, great testimony, and just seemed like a pretty good deal. And the Unplanned movie has been extended.
It has. It'll be on to the 10th, so please go see it
Which
this weekend.
means I can see it. Have you seen it yet?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, all right.
It's kind of surreal for me because, 2 of my friends are on screen, right?
Yeah,
being portrayed on screen. So Abby Johnson and Sean are both people that I know very well. Plus, other acquaintances as well. Abby's mom, I've met her. I've met her husband, Megan, that's portrayed there. So there's, it's just it's very cool. But I definitely recommend you see the movie. It is hard to watch. I won't mince words. You don't actually see any blood or anything, but it's the subject matter is very important for everybody to see.
All right, and it's called Unplanned, and it's right now at the Rolla Regal.
Yeah, they call it the Regal Forum.
Regal Forum. So get out there and go see it. I'll probably go see it next week now that I'm back from D.C. All right, thank you, Joe. Hi to Jane, and talk to you soon.
All right, thanks. God bless.
God bless. All right, we're going to take our final break, and then we're going to pick a winner. Not that you're not losers. Let's put it that way. But not everybody's going to win today, at least for the MAGA hat and for the fabulous $35 McDonald's gift card. So call the show, 573-364-4433, and get it off your chest.
95 years of serving families in the Rolla community. This is Rick Miller at Null & Son Funeral Home. For a business to be successful for 95 years takes hard work, determination, respect, and compassion for the community and the families we serve. This year, Null & Son Funeral Home proudly celebrates our 95th anniversary. 95 years of providing the finest funeral service, always at an affordable cost. It has been our honor to serve your family.
It's Chevy Truck Month at Fairground Auto Plaza in Rolla. Right now, get 0% financing for 72 months on all new 2019 Chevy Silverado All-Star LT Crew Cab for well-qualified buyers with GM financing. Come check out all of what Fairground Auto Plaza has to offer. Visit Fairground Auto Plaza at 100 Fairgrounds Road in Rolla for full details. Chevy, find new roads.
Why settle for the forecast when you can control it? Hartley's Climate Control is your locally owned heating, air conditioning, plus so much more company. Hartley's offers residential and commercial sales, service, and installation in the areas of heating and cooling, hearth and home, handyman services, and more to the Rolla, St. James, and surrounding areas. Call 573-368-3163 or visit them online at www.hartleyscc.com. Hartley's Climate Control. Community-born, community-raised, community serving.
Moving, let's talk about Salem, Missouri and what we have to offer. We are located in the center of Missouri, center of the USA, with a great school system, college, beautiful country club. Rivers within 1 hour drive include Jack's Fork, Piney, Gasconade, Merrimack, and 2 state parks. If you're looking to enjoy life with recreation or just enjoy life, call VIP Properties, Pat Tackett, broker, 103 East 4th Street, Salem, Missouri, 573-729-7622.
Reality check number 14. Getting a house loan shouldn't take longer than building your house. At Town & Country Bank, we have a solution for that. We know you're anxious to start building your dream home, so we make loans quick and easy. We don't have to send off to some big city for a decision. Your decision is made here, and your loan stays here. Town & Country Bank. Smart, friendly solutions. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Follow me at DaveWeinbaum.net, at The Dave Weinbaum on Twitter, and streaming live on the Dave Weinbaum Show Facebook page.
I'm really discouraged as a former Justice Department official who gave 17 years of his life to the Justice Department to see a Justice Department under sessions that will do nothing about this.
They had informants trying to lure Trump campaign officials to get them into meetings. They had a media leak strategy, apparently, all the while knowing that there was no collusion. I mean, this is just extraordinary, Congressman.
More than 70 witnesses appeared before the House Intelligence Committee. All of them were asked the same question. What evidence do you have of Russian collusion with Donald Trump or the Trump campaign? What evidence do you have of conspiracy? What evidence do you have of coordination? And they batted 1,000 in their response. These are folks like Susan Rice and Samantha Power, senior DOJ and department officials and intelligence and law enforcement officials, and they all said, we don't have any.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what we're going to have here in a couple seconds. We're going to have a winner of the fabulous $35 McDonald's gift card and the MAGA hat. So stand high. That one or that one? Let's see. I got two in my hand right now. Okay,
pick one.
I pulled it out, and the winner of the fabulous MAGA hat and $35 McDonald's gift card is Bill from Salem. All right, I even said that right. Bill from Salem, call me, 573. Yeah. I still think you're using the light sound of applause.
That's the better one.
All right.
I deleted the other one.
Oh, okay, all right. So, Bill, you call me at 573-578-2700, and the rest of you all forget about it. All right. So let's cover a few other things that we have. I think we're going to play another. I want to play extra two. One more, Maria Bataroma. Hit it, please.
Where the FBI did not tell the FISA judge who paid for the dossier that it was a political document, etc. Are you going to pursue that? Are you going to seek the truth there?
Maria, that's not accurate, and I've looked at every single one of the FISA affidavits that the Justice Department in any way misled the judge. I understand that that's a Republican talking point, but that's simply not accurate.
I didn't say misled. They did not tell the judge that the Democrats paid for the dossier. That's a fact.
How are you going to get anything done with all of this?
This should never happen to another president. What happened to me, they came up with an excuse for losing an election. This should never happen to another president because most presidents wouldn't be able to take it. I know the politicians. I know the president. I know what we're dealing with. Most people wouldn't be able to take it. Let me tell you something, Maria. What happened to me should never happen to another president of the United States.
Now tell me if I don't pull the most important things out of the news, the weekly news cycle. That's what I'm good at. Now I'm thinking, why is my show succeeding? Well, the Newsweek has a cycle, and I didn't know that when I first got into this,
I picked Friday. Why? Well, that's what they had available. And what I'm coming to find out, it's the best day of the week to have a recap news show, because you don't hear any new stuff coming in usually from Thursday night through Sunday. And mostly Monday is the start of the news cycle. So I get to pick and choose everything that comes out and prioritize it just for you, so that you don't have to listen to the stuff that's meaningless.
15, 30 hours a week.
Yeah, I mean,
who's got that kind of time?
So I do it for you. Why? Because I'm a nut. I'm a news guy, and I just have always paid attention to the news because I always want to find out what's happening, because I'm a little paranoid, quite frankly.
Right.
Okay, and I think that has. I finally found out a way to use that besides to flunk mental tests when my paranoia comes out. Although I have never flunked it, I have been at the edge. The edge of paranoia. I think I ought to write a book on that. What do you think, Stan?
Yeah, that'd be cool.
All right, well, listen, the Cardinal season is starting today, and they're playing. I could have gone, but I can't do it because Lisa's got other things for me to do. I want you all to have a great weekend, and I want you to sit back, pop some popcorn, and watch these idiots, and I do mean idiots, start pointing the fingers at each other, because it's coming. This is the Dave Weinbaum Show. See you next week.